Hello, everybody. I just had a literal, I just pressed the go live button, I just pressed the move over to the screen button, and then I realized that maybe Discord might not be coming through properly. So I'm just going to do a real quick check in. Oh, say something, someone?
Hello.
Hi.
It's coming through.
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Yeah.
I should never have doubted myself. Anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome to this mess. This is StruggleR Season 4, and welcome to today's race. A Saturday evening mystery Picross race. Or a nonogram race, because Picross is a trademark term that does not apply to all nonogram games. This is something I learned during the case of choosing today's game. But before we get into everything else, and now that you've got all of your card-based points spending out of the way, please turn your attention to the prediction and get your points in so that you can earn more points for more cards, and the whole horrid cycle can continue. Moving on to who I've got with me for today's race. Hello, I'm Garlips, by the way. I'd like to welcome in my race commentary team. I have the wonderful, propping up StruggleR continually with fantastic commentary. It's Hobbytan.
You need to stop introducing me like this. I'm beginning to get a complex. What happens if I do bad?
You will never do bad.
Ruh-roh.
I will never die. Yeah.
No pressure. Hello, Garlips. I'm very excited to be here. I was going to run in this race and then couldn't, but that's probably for the best because we've got quite the stacked lineup.
Absolutely. Lots of people went for this game, for this race, and it's going to be really exciting to see. We're also joined by the wonderful, back after the hijinks of Snake back at the beginning of the season, it's Randomized TV.
I was so scared on the lead up to you introducing me because I had you know when you get the feeling that you're about to sneeze? I was so worried that I was gonna sneeze right as you introduced me, and I would have just been on stream.
Well, now we need to know: did the sneeze recede, or do you think it's going to rear its ugly head later on?
I don't know. I felt like I was gonna sneeze, but now I don't need to sneeze, but I'm paranoid that I might need to sneeze later.
Well, it's this kind of on the edge of your seat tension that we need to inspire within chat, so thank you for bringing some peril to proceedings.
High stakes race here.
Absolutely.
In the commentary booth.
Well, I mean, we've already been plagued by technical difficulties today, chat. I will let you know. First of all, we couldn't talk inside the race room, so we're using a different race room. The chat widget stopped working, so there is no on-screen chat today. And about an hour before the race, someone reminded me that DMAC was in it. So it's been a bit of a mad scramble ever since 7 p.m. this evening. But you know what? We are soldiering on, and we are getting there. We are getting there. So, before we begin our race proper, I'd just like to remind you all that StruggleR Season 4 is brought to you by the Wheel of Struggle, the people behind the fantastic gaming group, the Wheel of Struggle. We play different games every week based on a wheel spin, and we compete for points. There's a leaderboard. It's kind of like a book club for games. If that interests you, please head to wheelofstruggle.com for more information, or type !Discord in the chat, and you'll get a lovely little link that will take you straight there. Currently, StruggleR Season 4 is pretty much wrapped up in terms of what races are going to be conducted, but there's always StruggleR Season 5 at some point in the future before the heat death of the universe. So if you want to race in one of those, you go to #FutureBouts, the thread in the StruggleR section, which is all about people posting the races that they would like to take part in. So get involved. Okie dokie, today we are racing a mystery Picross game, or nonogram game I should say, and the point of our race today is to beat all of the levels, or as many as you possibly can. Racers must complete as many puzzles as possible in a mystery nonogram game Garlips has chosen. They received the game moments ago, and have only seen the title screen, the options menu, and a little bit of the game because there were some accidental misclicks, but it's okay, it's fine. We are all on the same spot, ready to begin. Levels only count once they're completed. When time is called, any levels that are midway do not count, although I will add a little stipulation there. If we have two racers on the exact same amount of completed levels, we will then take into account their progress on the puzzle that they were trying to finish when time ran out. Okay, that's our tiebreaker. If someone beats the game outright, though, they win. So if you get all of the puzzles completed, you win. And we will obviously let the rest of the racers race. It's going to be a 3-hour race today with bathroom breaks on the first and second hour. So yeah, nice and straightforward. Let's get into our racers. So, player one. Fresh off the back of a couple of recent defeats, but still a hero in our hearts. It is the wonderful, the king of Sonic. It's Amaro. Welcome in, Amaro.
Hello.
Now, I believe, was this race your brainchild? I don't recall.
Yeah, I saw a lot of interest in one of the channels, and yeah, I created the thread.
Fantastic. Okie dokie. Oh, hang on. I have a... There we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yep. Right. Noted. Sorry. Getting information at the same time while trying to broadcast is a fun ride. Amaro, we're looking at your statistics sheet here. I mean, obviously, your most recent win was still the Sonic Ring Shuffler from last season. Yet to clock up a victory this season, is today the day?
Probably not. I mean, we're all very good at Picross, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean,
and one of us has played the game before.
Yes, this is something that we have discovered during the course of preparation. Unfortunately, couldn't be avoided. I thought I'd played a blinder with my selection. Turns out 4 out of 5, like Meatloaf sang, is good enough, almost good enough. Your Gallo has recently dropped under 1500. How does it feel to be in the sub 1500 club?
I'm honored to be in your club, Barlips.
You are still so far above me, I can see your feet. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, I am going to move over in a rather unorthodox ordering. I'm going to move over to player 3 next, and we'll come back to player 2 after a bit. So, player 3. What can be said about this person other than they are fantastic? It is the strategy game lord himself, Steven's Rocket.
Good evening.
Of course, this is not your StruggleR debut. You debuted in StruggleR Season 3 with Anno 1404 Bingo against our reigning champion of StruggleR, Hex. This time, you're playing Picross. Do you think there are kind of elements of strategy when it comes to puzzle games? Do you think they might help you here?
Yes and no. I mean, I signed up to it because I was like, yeah, I used to do these. They tickle the bit that makes your strategy brain tick along, like solving puzzles as well. So that appeals to me. I haven't done one of these in years though, so good luck everyone. Not that don't let that influence your points betting decision, but you know.
Well, you are currently not the person with the least points on them, so I will say that. Chat, it's interesting the way the points have gone. We shall see how it shakes out, but glad to have you again on StruggleR Season 4. Hopefully we'll get you commentating as well on some StruggleR Season 5 races, because you commentated the Link's Awakening race last season. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I enjoyed commentating on the 2 games I commentated on last season, the 2 Zelda games. Nothing caught my eye this year, so I was like, I'll let someone else. You guys do a great job with games that you kind of like know or don't know. So when there's a game that pops up that I recognise, or the concept of I recognise, then I'll come and join in.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, we'll be happy to have you. Okie dokie. Moving on to player 4. Player 4, of course, has previously appeared at StruggleR Season 4 as a commentator, but this is them making their debut as a racer. Welcome in, Yoshi.
Hi.
This is your
I like
debut?
the 10 points I have. I wonder who put that there.
Hey, look, I unfortunately, as the poll originator, I cannot vote, but believe me, I would be putting points on you, my friend. This is your debut, of course, which means that you have a crisp and pristine Gello of 1500, which is a lot higher than mine. What is it about the Picross race that appealed to you?
Well, I was sort of just looking at the list of races that, are on the season after submitting my own. Wink, wink. You should check out tomorrow's race. And then I saw Picross or this one, and then I was like, you know what? I can do that one. Let's do that one. That's it.
Well, fantastic, and it's led us to this this scenario here today. So I mean, it's this race. It's Balatro. Are they the only races you're running?
Yes, they are the only ones this season.
Okie dokie. Well, we want to get you a win then, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, look, this is the kind of optimism we need here at StruggleR. While everything's on fire.
It's so warm. Why is it still so warm?
Oh god, yeah. I mean, I wish I could say I planned it. I really didn't. But how do you feel about having to race both of your races within 12 hours of each other?
Oh, it'll be fine. I'll be fine. It might be rough. I'm planning to, as soon as this is done, go to bed immediately.
Nice. Good strat. Good strat. Okay, well, congratulations and great to have you. Moving over to Player 5. Player 5 has played this game before. We will reveal the game shortly, don't worry. But there was no way that he could have known that because it was all super, super secret. However, will he have put in enough time today, or will he have put enough time into this game to come out as the victor today? Chat's currently predicting that you will be. It is the legend that is DMAC.
When you contacted me 50 minutes ago and said, let's do a race, who could have known it would be here right now?
Curse my infernal spreadsheet that I do not keep updated. Welcome in. Unfortunately, you don't have a win yet this season, but chat very much favour your chances today.
I mean, it's been some very tough races this season against exceptional runners.
Yeah, I mean, there was this one race with this one guy.
Yeah, that one guy, Knuckles, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Knuckles, yeah. You, of course, have more races coming up this season, and I'm trying to think of what they are. They've gone completely out of my head.
We've got a bit of a theme going. Got the random NES shuffler.
Ah, yes. That is next weekend.
Got Disney race.
Oh, how could I... Yes, the Disney race. Very
and
excited
of course, the random game race.
Same. I will see you there. 4 games, as Floof revealed last night. Incredible.
It's getting out of hand now. There's 4 of them.
I know, right? Oh. So many moving parts, which is like the best thing about StruggleR race, because all of them can be relied on to be in place and working.
It's because everything is so smooth all the time, so we have to make it challenging.
We do. Okie dokie. So we can now move back to our player 2. I will introduce player 2. She, of course, has put in grand showings already this season and continues to do so. Tonight, I believe, will be absolutely no exception to that. It is, of course, Olive U Games. Welcome in, Olive.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Your most recent win, of course, was Mario Party 4. Nothing this season as of yet, but we believe. And you're...
I want to believe it's this one, but I'm very ill, so we'll have to see about that.
Yes, if you do need help or you need to disappear for any reason, please do let us know, and we will we'll try our best to accommodate pauses and things as well. So don't worry about that. It is a fabulous... Mark in the chat saying this is a fabulous pose. It really is. When I asked people to provide their player card images, a couple of them hit me with incredibly strong looks, and yours is one of the top ones.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to portray my sleepiness, my always sleepiness.
Oh, I see power stance.
I mean, you can still be sleepy and powerful.
True. You are above water on your Gello as well. 15-16 at the moment, which is very impressive.
Hoping to up that a little bit after today. Picross is something that I've been doing for well over a decade, and I do one puzzle every single day, just for fun. I used to do Picross to fall asleep, so hopefully I don't fall asleep because of that.
But you'd be sleepy and powerful.
I would be so powerful.
Chat are loving the pose, so grats on the pose. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, those are our races. Hobbitan, do you have anything that you would like to ask them before we get underway?
No, I don't think I do right now. But there will be questions later.
Oh, there will. Yes, chat. Don't forget to get your questions in. We will be asking our questions in the breaks and not necessarily during the race itself. But don't worry, there are 2 breaks. So get those questions in, and I'm sure we will find time to ask them. Does anyone have any trash talk for anybody else while we're here? We're all too nice, aren't we?
I was going to go with something like there's no gram limits, but you know.
Excellent.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to have a nice, clean Picross race here today. And maybe it's time I should introduce the game as we move over to the race screen. So, the game that we have chosen today is called Squeakross. It is a Picross or nonogram-based game, but you also have these really cute mice, and you basically build furniture with your puzzles that you can then use to decorate your house. Of course, I doubt our racers today will be spending any time customizing their houses, because it will eat into their actual puzzle solving time, but it is a really fun, really cute game, and I really do recommend it. It's available on itch.io, or I think on Steam as well. So
it is also available on Steam, yes.
Fantastic. So if you like what you see here today, please go and check the game out and pick it up. And should we reveal how many puzzles are in the game total?
Oh,
Hobbitan?
Before we do anything else, Garlips, we should probably take some of the audio out because chat are being deafened by beeping.
Oh my goodness. All right, hang on one second.
Look, we've had to deal with it, now you all get to deal with it, okay?
It's pissing me off. Can we start already?
I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. Right, we should have just one set of ticking now. I'm also going to take the music out as well, so that we have music from the game. All right, even then, even just the ticking from one is annoying. I appreciate that.
It really is.
Okie dokie. Sorry, everybody. We're fixed now. Yeah. So there are, according to the total in the game itself, 443 puzzles here. So if you can get through all of those in 3 hours, we will be impressed. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the chances are, hopefully, we should have a nice, clear list of how many puzzles you've beaten before time runs out. We will be taking a break at the 1 hour and the 2 hour mark, as previously discussed. Is there anything else we need to cover, do you think, Hobbitan, or are we good to go?
I think we're good to go. I do have some explanations for folks in chat about what Picross is and some of the strategies, but we'll get into that once our racers are actually doing the do.
Fantastic. Oh yeah, the one other thing is that the game does have a hint system that unfortunately we cannot turn off, but we do have a racers agreement that no one will be using that hint system. It's very clearly signposted. I believe somebody, do you say DMEC is in the bottom right or something on a puzzle?
I believe so. When you're in a puzzle, there's a giant button that's not part of the grid. It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
Cool. Okie dokie.
We will publicly shame you if you use it.
Oh my goodness.
Dang. Well, it appears that it is time for us to begin. So I will just get my timer ready here.
Get your squeakers ready in chat.
Yeah, please
Squeak,
get ready to squeak. And we will kick this race off. So you may all get rid of that horrible ticking noise and click on the play button in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, racers.
And we're off.
Okie dokie.
There's a lot of dialogue mashing at the very start here. But I think all of these players probably know how to play Picross.
So it's a combination of explanation of how to play Picross, but also explanation of the specific mechanics for this game. Because as Garlips mentioned, in Squeakross, what you're doing is you're doing Picross puzzles to make enough money to buy things from a catalogue so that you can furnish your little mouse's home.
Yeah. And unfortunately, right after puzzle 1, they have to mash through this tutorial of placing furniture in your room. I put the chair in the corner facing the wall, but no one has gone for that right now. And then once they're done with that tutorial, they can carry on with the puzzles.
So if you all don't mind, I'm going to launch into my explanation of what Picross is and some of the strategies so we can get that out of the way, which means that we can just enjoy some fun facts that I've picked up for you all a little bit later into the race. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds fantastic. Thank you.
I didn't know we were getting Picross fun facts. That's a bonus.
Always. Always. I also have rodent fun facts.
Oh, wow. Even better.
I've been doing my homework. So, for anyone that doesn't already know, Picross are logic grid puzzles where the object is to complete a square image of pixel art by filling in squares on the grid as indicated by numbers at the edges of the rows and columns. Generally speaking, Picross is a binary format, so you fill a square in black, you cross a square out to leave it white, and it forms a black and white pixel art image. There is a variation of Picross, which is color Picross, where you have to do the same steps, filling in the correct cells based on the numbers, but you have to do it with the correct colors as well, which gives it an added level of difficulty. We won't be seeing color Picross here today. There are a lot of popular strategies when you're solving Picross efficiently, and each of them have their own fun little name. These include the all and nothing. This is where you complete rows and columns that either are completely filled or completely empty. So on the grids that our racers are currently working through, they are... I think they're doing... we've got some 5x5s and some 10x10s going off here. So with a 5x5, it would be like that central column on Stephen's Picross. All 5 of them are to be filled in. Or if you've got a 0 there, all 5 of them are to be left blank. So that would be an all or nothing. The next big strategy is called gluing. This is completing lines where there is only one configuration of filled or unfilled cells because the largest number's proximity to the grid boundary effectively glues the cells into place. So this would be on a 10x10 grid, something like starting with 7 and then having 2. So you'd have 7 filled in, 1 space, and then 2 more filled in. The next strategy is called Shadow Trick and Double Shadow Trick. They are part of the same mechanic, just one of them is slightly more complex than the other. Shadow Trick is where you complete an unsolvable line as much as possible by filling in the central cells of the largest number on the line, or by intuiting the cells to complete for smaller numbers based on what's already been completed around that space. So this could be, for example, where you've got 2 cells filled in with a space between them, but you know that it's a 3, so you'd fill in that middle one. Ta-da! That's just a very simple example of Shadow Trick. Forcing is our next strategy. This is where you use the existing marks or empty spaces to deduce the position of other marks. This kind of ties in with Shadow Trick because the example I gave before is another example of that. You're basically just using your deductive reasoning to figure out which cells need filling in based on what's already been filled in. Joining is another sort of similar example of this. This is where you use the available information to deduce that cells between 2 filled cells also need to be filled. Again, 1 filled in with a blank and then another 1 filled in when you need 3. You filled in the middle one. That joins the 2 together. And the opposite of that is splitting. This is where you use the available information to deduce where filled cells in the grid are based on the position of existing crosses or empty cells. So you'll have seen our racers are marking cells they don't want to fill in with a little cross. This is a pretty common practice to make sure that you don't accidentally fill in a cell that you don't need. But doing that, especially if it's in a central position within a row or column, effectively splits that row or column in half, making it much easier to deduce where cells need to be filled in on either side of that cross. And they are the main strategies for filling in Picross nice and quickly and efficiently.
Yeah. So I guess in short, put the squares in the right places, and you win.
Absolutely.
in a lot like less elegant. That's me saying that what you said, just in a lot less like elegant and detailed manner.
And to me, the way I liken it is to Sudoku, which I play a lot of Sudoku. So in Sudoku, you can basically put numbers inside the box that you think are potentials. Much like that, you can mark these boxes with a cross, but you don't technically need to mark them with a cross. All you need to do is fill the correct boxes.
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely. Generally speaking, if you're trying to do Picross really, really fast, you will just avoid using the cross function, but that does leave you open to accidentally like misclicking on a cell that you didn't want to fill in.
Yeah.
So Stephen doing an all or nothing there on a 10 by 10.
I did see on one of the other puzzles, Stephen didn't use the cross feature at all, just because I guess you don't need to. So as long as you can think fast enough, then you don't technically need to use the cross, and it might be faster to just avoid it completely.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
It's more a kind of a thing you can do for yourself to make sure that you don't do things twice. Like if you've ruled the square out, you basically helping yourself out by marking it as such. Kind of like Minesweeper with the flags.
Yeah, exactly. That's the example that I was thinking of.
Yeah. I was thinking it is very akin to Minesweeper when I was doing my research. I hadn't really thought about it in that context. I'm a big Picross person. I actually own Squeakross and have played a lot of it. So when I stepped down from running in this race and said I wanted to be commentary instead, and Garlips told me what game everyone was going to be racing, I said, oh, it's a good job I stepped down then, because I have played a lot of this. I love Squeakross. I think it's adorable. Unfortunately, one thing that I love about this game we are absolutely not going to see today, because your little rodents, if you pat them on the head, they boggle, which is a thing that rats do. This is not one of my fun facts. It's just a thing that I know because I have friends that own rats. But their eyes sort of bulge and wobble a little bit because they're very happy that you're petting them.
It's so
That's
cute.
awesome.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
We can actually see Stephen's little rodent is doing that in the corner of the screen at the moment because they're having a snack.
Oh, that's awesome.
The lead is swapping hands very quickly at the moment, as well as Mr. Matt is pointing out in chat.
It really, really is, yeah. We're seeing some very efficient cell filling from all of our racers.
The thing that I found as well from these early puzzles is that quite a lot of them start out fairly symmetrical, and that is helpful to begin with. But as things move on, that can actually be a trap you fall into, thinking, oh, it's got to be symmetrical, and then finding out that no, there's just like one odd square here to make it look a bit like the shape of a lamp or a table or something.
Absolutely. And some of the later puzzles in Squeakross specifically did leave me going, but that doesn't look anything like this piece of furniture. What are you on about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're playing with a 5 or even a 10 by grid, that's not an awful lot of space to kind of depict something in a very detailed way.
It's really not. It's when you get up to the sort of 25 by 25 or 30 by 30 grids, it gets really, really interesting. They can be real stumpers.
This game doesn't like punish you for filling in the incorrect squares, right?
No, it does not. But equally, unless you turn the setting on to allow it to, it will not tell you that you have filled them in incorrectly.
So
and we have turned that off.
I suppose there is a strategy then where potentially, if you were like really stuck at the very end of a puzzle where you have like a couple different possibilities of how it could look, you could in theory try them out just to see if they're right, rather than actually solving the puzzle. I guess that's kind of a way that you could maybe like, excuse the pun, like cheese some of these puzzles.
Hey.
Indeed. And we're not focusing on the timer today either. So in-game timers are turned off for this race, but this game does have a timer feature and you can show the timer. And having played Squeakross with the timer visible, it can really tilt you if you've spent a while on a puzzle and you're really struggling with it.
Mm. And what I found from playing as well, I mean, I'm not really versed in Picross that much. This is pretty much this, and I think I played one on the Game Boy, maybe Mario Picross on the Game Boy, like where you chisel, right? I think I played that before in the past.
I actually have some information about that for one of the fun facts later.
Ah, fantastic. But yeah, my experience is severely limited, but I would find that quite a lot, like some lines are easy and some lines are hard based on the amount of like criteria, like the more numbers there are, the harder it gets. So I would imagine if you lock in the easy stuff, you could maybe brute force some of the harder lines by kind of like, for want of a better phrase, fucking with them until they work.
Yes.
Which again is my Sudoku strategy to a T, because the Sudoku app I use allows 3 wrong presses before it like starts deducting points. So I use those strategically as gambles based on odds, which is not how you're supposed to play Sudoku at all. But it has resulted in a PB of like 3 minutes on a super hard one. That'll never be.
If you've not played it before, Garlips, you should absolutely look up Pseudocats.
Ooh.
It's Sudoku, but instead of numbers, you have different cats.
Oh. Amazing.
Which works way better for me because numbers just don't tickle my brain in the right way. But cats do.
Yeah, I know that people like sometimes say like that Sudoku is like, oh, it's got numbers, so you need to be like good at maths to play Sudoku. But that's absolutely not the case whatsoever. Yeah. It's very similar with this game. Despite the fact that there are numbers everywhere, you don't need to know any kind of maths to like be able to solve these puzzles. It's not maths based whatsoever.
No, it's logic based, as Sudoku is as well. The problem for me with Sudoku isn't that it's maths related or anything like that. It's just for some reason my ADHD brain sees numbers and goes, nah, don't wanna.
That's completely fair. I have the same thing with letters, especially because I have like dyslexia.
Yeah, that'll do it. But pictures are great. Love pictures.
Yeah, I've seen some fun Sudoku stuff before. I've seen ones where instead of numbers, it's colors. I've not seen one where it's cats though. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, the cats one is really fun. I've not seen the colors one though. I'll have to look that up.
I've added Sudocats to my cart.
The only math is like knowing what the middle overlaps are. Like on a 10x10, knowing a 6 covers the middle 2 no matter what. See, I wouldn't say that is maths. I would just say that is visual logic.
Yeah, it's logic, yeah.
Yeah, it's like shapes.
Yeah, and what Stephen did there, so he'd got rightmost column was a 9. So he knew, because it's a 10x10 grid, everything except for the top and bottom he could fill in, easy peasy. And then he figured out that it was the bottom one that needed filling in by filling in the top row. So it's all just logic. It's logic and maybe a little bit of luck depending on the difficulty of the puzzle on where you start. Because if you don't have any complete rows or complete columns, and you just decide to start on, say, like the middle row, because that looks like it would be the easiest to do, and then you get a little bit stuck, that can happen, particularly with more difficult ones. But there's always a way to puzzle it out as long as you're careful and thoughtful, which can be a little difficult in a race setting.
There's definitely some skill involved in recognizing where, like, if you start at one location in the puzzle, in being able to recognize that you don't have the required information to solve that part yet and have to look elsewhere rather than trying to make something work when it's not going to.
Definitely. It's a case of practice and patience, both with yourself and with the game. But I don't think that's going to be a major issue for any of our racers today, as they are all seasoned Picross players.
I think typically whenever I'm doing Picross, I tend to start with the rows and columns that have like the biggest total number.
Yeah, same.
So rather than starting with like a row that's like 1, 2, you start with a row that's like 2, 4, 3 or something like that.
Yeah. So the best strategy I've found when it comes to completing Picross is always go for the rows and columns that are the most fillable, if that makes sense. So if you've got a 10 on a 10 by 10 grid, obviously you fill that in first. If you've got an 8 with a 1, you fill that in next. Because they're the ones that it's kind of a no-brainer on where the filled cells go, and then you just work your way down, because by doing those larger numbers first, those larger volumes of numbers, you get yourself into a situation where it's Occam's razor for the smaller numbers, because you'll already have chunks of them filled in.
Yeah. Again, I do the same thing with Sudoku. I sort of start with the number that's like most prevalent on the board. And if I can't fill in any of those, then I kind of work my way down sequentially. And anytime it feels difficult, and I think, oh, there's actually a potentiality here where it could be like one of 2 or 3 options, I just move on until I find numbers that are like concrete. And by the time you've got like half the grid filled in, then you can kind of like whittle down some of those potentials to less options.
Yeah, because I suppose with the rows and columns that have the bigger numbers in them, there's also less possibilities for what the arrangement of boxes could look like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just want to say as well, while we have a second, this game is fucking gorgeous. Everything
Isn't
about
it just? Really small dev team as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it may be a solo dev game.
Oh wow, that's incredible, because the sheen on it is it's really
exceptional. Yeah,
really pretty, and even down to the little fact of just being able to customize your little mouse dude is just
There's a lot of personality in the graphics and UI of this game. I mean, it's just Picross. It's just like squares and X's, but they've made it seem so charming.
Yeah. Mr. Matt Internet, I will say that basically I believe, I might be wrong, but every time they are on a new page, I think they can choose the order in which they do the puzzles.
They can, yes.
Yeah, so
to an extent.
Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a folly to work out exactly who's ahead of other people, because you might see a puzzle on one person's screen, then see it on the next, but they might have done them in a different order. So it's kind of hard to gauge.
Really, the only way to tell is if somebody is on a different page to the rest of the races.
Yeah.
You can see our racers are also earning stickers as they go through different levels. That is another customization feature that this game has, where you can actually customize the main menu by covering it in different stickers.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's so cute.
I think there might be...
I have a bunch of pride flag rats on my menu screen.
Aw. I think there might be some strategy as well in choosing the furniture, because, I mean, obviously, I'm sure our players will have worked out by now that the puzzles correspond in shape to the furniture, so it might be that the furniture itself gives a clue as to the shape in the puzzle. I mean, obviously, as you say, they do get a bit more complex and a bit less easy to decipher as looking like the thing it's supposed to look like, but they at least get a silhouette, which I think might help a little bit.
Yes. The silhouette is really, really useful for discerning what kind of puzzle you're going to end up doing, though sometimes it will just throw you a curveball. There we go. We've got evidence on Steven's screen of what happens if you fill something in incorrectly. It flags up with a little red marker to say there's something wrong in this column.
So it doesn't specifically tell you this square is wrong, but it tells you this row has more than it should have.
Yes. Or less than it should have, in fact.
Yeah, it very helpfully grays out the number when it has exactly how much it needs.
There are some Picross games where that doesn't happen, and I believe you can turn it off for this one. But I suppose that would have been a little too mean.
It is very helpful to know what parts of the puzzle, especially, I suppose, near the end of a puzzle where the board is very crowded, rather than having to count every single column and row, you know, like where the last few pieces need to go.
Absolutely. So, if folks would not mind, I have a little bit of history about Picross as a puzzle that I would love to share with you all.
Oh, please do.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Okay. I'm going to start by first telling you a little bit about the name. So Picross is known by many names, including nonograms, Oikaki Logic, Pangaea, Paint by Numbers, Pick-a-Picks, and bafflingly enough, griddlers. We will get into some of these names a little bit later during the race, as I do have a little bit of information about them as part of the history of Picross.
I do wonder why none of the other ones caught on.
Oh, some of them did.
Okay.
Pick-a-Picks is quite popular in America, from what I understand, as is Paint by Numbers. Oikaki Logic and Pangaea are both, you can probably guess, Japanese. Nonograms is also, believe it or not, the Japanese name. Griddlers is our fault.
I want to say, I fancy
English.
A deep fried griddler. That sounds delicious.
I know.
It does sound like the type of thing we'd call it in like a newspaper or something.
Well, I think I've seen griddlers before because my mum has always loved doing these logic puzzle things, and I remember there used to be these books you could buy like in W.H. Smith where there was like this bald angry guy on the front with a pencil, and the whole idea was it wasn't necessarily that it gave you numbers, but it would give you like people's names and then like features or something, and it goes like, oh, Mr. X has got a mustache, so you would like tick an X in that column because it means that person's
logic grids.
Yeah, a logic grid. Yeah,
I love logic grids.
Yeah,
they are my favorite puzzle.
Yeah, they had us do them in school once.
Really?
Genuinely a good idea because it teaches you so much about logical process and, you know.
I do not remember the context under which we were doing it. I just enjoyed the puzzle.
That's the important thing. I wish we got to do logic grids at school. We never did anything that fun. So, nonograms share their birth year with The Simpsons and Final Fantasy. The very first nonogram was created in 1987.
Oh, I was going to guess 88.
So close.
That's surprising. It feels like something... I guess Sudoku isn't that old either, but these kinds of puzzles, at least to me, feel like they've been around like forever. It feels like these puzzles should have been around in like ancient times.
It does, doesn't it? But the way that nonograms came about in the first place is absolutely fascinating. So they weren't originally a puzzle. Back in 1987, in Tokyo, a graphic designer named Non Ishida won a design competition by getting the occupants of a Tokyo skyscraper to turn the lights on or off in different rooms to generate a picture on the side of the building. This inspired her to then go on to create the very first window art puzzles using the same mechanics.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's a way more awesome backstory than I thought.
I know, right? But wait, there's more. At the same time, and completely independently of Ishida, a professional puzzler named Tetsuya Nishio, not the production IG animator, a different guy with the exact same name, came up with and submitted to a popular puzzle magazine in Japan a series of grid puzzles he called Oekaki Logic, or Paint Logic, if you prefer, which use the exact same mechanics as Ishida's window art puzzles. So 2 people in Japan, for 2 completely different reasons, completely independently of each other, in the same year, invented nonograms.
Wow.
It happens more often than you think. It happened with Dennis the Menace.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Same year, right? Different sides of the Atlantic.
I think it was the same day.
Was it? Wow.
Yeah, like in America and in the UK, I think 2 separate comics premiered called Dennis the Menace.
I did not know that there was actually a Dennis the Menace comic in America. I thought that,
Yeah.
frankly, I thought the Brits had come up with that one and the Americans had stolen it.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially as well, but it seems like, from what I heard, they just came up with the name of the comic independently of one another.
Oh, gosh. That explains why the 2 Dennises look so very different.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're completely different from each other as well. The personalities of them are not that similar, apart from the fact that they're both menaces.
But if I remember rightly, the American Dennis the Menace is an unintentional menace, whereas the British one is... Well, he's a little yob, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's face it.
As far as I understand it, the British one is far more cruel.
Yeah, he's a little shit.
Yeah, I remember. So they made like a Dennis film in the 90s, or very late. No, it must have been early 90s, not late. Anyway, it starred Walter Matthau, and
Yes.
we had it on VHS, so I saw it a lot. And I remember at the time thinking, why is this Dennis? This isn't Dennis, because obviously I was familiar with the Beano and the... Yeah, it's just confusing to me. But it's kind of mad to think that was a problem that was already 40 years in the making or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I have a correction. It was not the same day, but it was the same week. It was 5 days apart.
That's crazy.
Wow. That is crazy.
I think-
Carl Jung, eat your heart out.
I think I have a suggested video in my YouTube watch list about that. Did it come out recent? I think there was a video recently about it from a creator. I can't remember now. It's in my YouTube
Maybe,
watch
I'm not
list.
familiar with it. But that
I'll
would
have
be
a
an
look.
awesome watch.
So while Scarlips is looking that up, eagle-eyed folks may have noticed that nonograms and one of their creators share part of their names. This is intentional. The word nonogram is actually a portmanteau of Ishida's first name and diagram, and in fact has nothing to do with a base 9 number system.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't realize that. I thought it had something to do with the number 9.
Yeah. A lot of people do. Even I did originally, and then I found out about non-Ishida, and everything just sort of fell into place.
That makes a lot of
Ishida
sense.
actually eventually decided that only Oekaki Logic puzzles that were designed by her could be called nonograms, and as a result, the Telegraph held a competition to give them a new name when they were publishing them in their paper. And this is where Griddlers was born. Yes, this is England's fault.
Wonderful.
At least the readers didn't vote for Griddy McGridface.
Oh no. I mean, it's catchy, to be honest. It's not something I'll forget.
Oh, I'm just gonna pop to the shops and get the paper so I can do today's Griddy McGridface. In case you were wondering, the name Picross is also a portmanteau, this time of picture and crossword, and was invented by Nintendo for their own Oekaki puzzles when they made Mario's Picross for the Game Boy in 1995, which unfortunately bombed in the West.
That's the one
so
with the
I
chisel.
It is the one with the chisel, yes.
The first Picross was actually a video game then, rather than
Yes,
a
it
pen and
was.
paper puzzle.
Yep. Picross has obviously become the most popular name for this kind of puzzle, but it's the name that we give these puzzles in the same way that the name we give vacuum cleaners in the UK is Hoover, whether they're actually made by Hoover or not.
Yeah, what's the word for that? Where a brand becomes
can't remember.
synonymous.
It's like how everyone says the images are photoshopped.
Yeah.
Yes.
A generic trademark or a proprietary eponym.
Eponym, that's it.
Yeah. And famous examples, of course, are Kleenex, Google, Band-Aid, Velcro, etc.
Yep. And Picross.
And Picross.
On the note of Mario's Picross, Mario Super Picross for the Super Famicom even had a 2-player mode. Up until recently, it was not available in the West, but can now be purchased on the Switch store. So, Garlips, 2v2 Picross for next season?
So how does that work then, multiplayer Picross? Are you just racing to do the same puzzle quicker than the other person?
And no, you work together to complete them.
Oh, it's co-op. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, which I think is a wonderful idea, because obviously there are times when my brain just completely fails on a Picross, and I'm like, gee, I wish DMAC was here to help me solve this Picross.
Yeah, that would be very fun. It's like when multiple people do like jigsaw puzzle together.
Yeah.
And, like work on different areas of the same puzzle.
Absolutely. I'm very into encouraging more co-op races within StruggleR. Honestly, it has nothing to do with the fact that I joined the Wheel of Struggle proper, doing struggling in tandem with DMAC. Honest. I just really like co-op stuff.
Well, you made your debut this season in a team-based race as well, so...
I did. A team-based race that I suggested and didn't practice for.
No, well, I definitely think co-op stuff is great because, yeah, it kind of builds that whole team rivalry thing. Yeah. We'll happily put that on. I will hasten to add, I will very happily broadcast that because I am not very good at Picross, but yeah, I'm happy to have some co-op Picross racing.
Excellent. I suppose I best get the thread up in future bouts then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I will also participate in it, but I'm going to be on a team with whoever wins this race.
That's very smart.
However, I will say to you, if DMAC wins, you'll have to go with the runner-up. Because he's my teammate.
Okay, well, that's fair, I suppose.
I mean, to be fair, you're spoiled for choice here because everyone's doing fantastically.
They really, really are.
It's not like I've kind of lost track of who's ahead and who's behind, but it didn't seem like anyone was like falling extremely far behind or anyone was extremely far ahead. As far as I understand it, they're all like somewhat in the same area of the game right now.
Yeah, they do certainly appear to be. I think Stephen is probably the furthest behind, but he does seem to be pacing himself quite a fair bit in comparison to the rest of the racers.
Something as well that I've noticed is that some of these grids are... a lot of the Picross games that I've played have the grids being like perfect squares, whereas some of the ones I've seen, there's been like some... I think there was one a while ago that was like 10 by 8.
Yes, you will occasionally get weird-shaped ones.
It feels like that kind of thing has the potential to be somewhat disorienting to the players, because if you're expecting a row to be like 10 long, and then you see an 8, you're like, oh, well, I can't fill that in yet because I don't have all the information.
Yeah. One thing that these slightly altered shapes tend to do is if you aren't like properly in the zone when you're solving the puzzle, you might sort of misremember what you were doing and put something for the longer side on the shorter side, and then have to go back and like clear it all out again to make sure that you've got everything in the right place.
Yeah. Because I remember before, sometimes I've done Picross puzzles, which they're like, instead of a 10 by 8 puzzle, they would do a 10 by 10 puzzle, but then the first 2 rows would be 0.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few of those there is a game on the DS. I think it's also available on the Switch called Pokemon Picross. And they love their wonky shapes with multiple rows where there's just nothing in.
Oh, wow.
They're really good fun, though.
I did give strong thought to Pokemon Picross. The reason I went with Squeakross in the end is because I really wanted to go with something that wasn't a big name, and I thought most of the Nintendo-based Picross would be things that people would expect. So I tried to stay away from that.
You know what you could have done, Garlips? And I can guarantee you none of our racers would have played it.
What's that?
You could have gone with the original Pokemon Picross. So there was actually going to be a Game Boy Color Pokemon Picross game. It ended up that the DS game was the first Pokemon Picross game that was released. But there is online a leaked copy of a mostly complete Game Boy Color Pokemon Picross game. That was shelved by Nintendo as they didn't think it would be a viable product. Oh, how wrong they were.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, unreleased stuff. No one's played it. Or hopefully no one has.
And it contained all 151 Pokemon as well, so...
Wow. That's all. I'll need to find that and play it then at some point.
Yeah, it looks like it was a really solid Pokemon, a really solid Picross game as well. Every Nintendo Picross game, I say every Nintendo Picross game like they aren't the proprietors of Picross, but every Nintendo Nonogram game is actually made by the same company and has been since 1995. A dev called Jupiter, who some folks may have heard of. But they're very, very good at these puzzle and logic type games and have been making all of Nintendo's Picross games since 1995 when they made that first Mario Picross game.
That's really cool.
Hmm.
Like, you do one thing, but you do it really well, so just keep doing it.
Funny thing is, I think they do other things as well. I'm pretty sure I've heard Jupiter mentioned as a dev for other games for Nintendo. But they make really good Picross games. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just casting a look over there.
Speaking of like somewhat obscure Picross games, I actually don't know how obscure this one is, but I didn't know about it until someone mentioned to me about a year ago that there was a game for the DS called Picross 3D.
Yes, there is.
And I had no idea of its existence, and my mind was blown to the possibility that a Picross game could exist in more than 2 dimensions.
Oh yeah, there's loads of them now as well. There's one on Steam that I'm going to have to look it back up because I added it to my wish list earlier today. Gosh, what was it called?
Oh, Picross 3D looks really cute.
It's great. Hang on a minute. Voxelgram. Voxelgram and Voxelgram 2 are 3D Picross games that you can pick up on Steam. They are £8.50 each.
That's one to add to my wish list then.
There's a whole wealth of fantastic themed Picross games on Steam as well. There's one called Murder by Numbers, which is a visual novel Picross game.
Ah, kind of like a Professor Layton approach. Kind of take these puzzles and wrap it up inside a kind of a story.
Yes.
I think I actually have that one in my Steam library, but I've not played it before.
Yeah, same here. I think I got it in a Humble Bundle. Yeah, I've owned it since 2021, so I almost certainly got it in a Humble Bundle.
That makes sense. That's probably where I got it from too. Then.
It looks really, really fun. I need to find time to play it, but I should finish Squeakross first.
Oh yeah, we
Adding
need to see.
so many
Maybe
things to
one
the
of
wish
these
list today.
racers will finish it in this. I mean, like I don't know how long is this game. What are our percent chances that someone will finish the entire game within the allotted time?
Well,
The average time to beat the main story in Squeakross is 17 hours. I think
Oh
we're fine.
wow! Okay.
we have 443 puzzles, and we have 60, 120, 180 minutes. So 180 divided by 443 means
They need to be doing
each puzzle needs to be
3
beaten
puzzles.
in 40 seconds or less.
Wow.
Yeah, not happening. Not happening.
Yeah, I think we've already gone way over that.
Cool.
Definitely.
Well, that makes our job easier because it means we know we're going the 3 hours and we can kind of call an end to things there and be confident that we don't have to worry about a last-minute finish.
Well, I know that I'm
Agreed.
just trying to figure out who's in the lead again. I've seen that Olive has just started page 6. So I have to wait for the others to finish a puzzle before I can see their progress as well.
Yeah.
Well, Amara's on page 5 by the looks.
Yeah, Yash is also on page 5, it seems. I think all of our racers actually are on different puzzles, it seems. Unless
Yes.
DMAC and all of you games are on the same one?
Oh, I can't remember where this
It
puzzle
doesn't
is.
seem so.
It's.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, because one's filling from the bottom, the other one's filling from the top. But
Yeah.
the top left doesn't look
Yeah.
the same, so should be different, I think.
Yeah, they're all definitely on different puzzles. Whether they're all on different pages or not is another thing. So we're about to see where Steven's rocket is. Steven's rocket's on page 4, so I was right. Steven's rocket does appear to still be the furthest behind,
Okay.
but not by much.
Yeah, only by about like
A couple of puzzles at most, yeah. Oh, on the note of interesting takes on Picross, if anybody ever fancies the Dark Souls of Picross, FromSoft actually have you covered. They, like many third-party DS developers, dipped their toes into the Picross for DS scene with a game called Iraroji Vow, which features some terrifyingly complex puzzles. It starts with a
gosh.
15 by 15 binary nonogram and then expands out to such lofty heights as a 25 by 25 color Picross that barely fits legibly onto the DS screen.
Yeah, I was about to say there's going to be a challenge in simply just viewing that puzzle on such a low resolution screen.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're emulating your totally legitimate copy of Iraroji Vow, then, you know, you can make the screen bigger, which will make things a lot easier for those more complicated puzzles. But playing it on original hardware, yeah, you're going to get some eye strain doing some of the later puzzles for that one.
Yeah, some absolute legend has uploaded to GameFAQs all of the puzzle solutions for that game, and just looking at some of them, they are quite detailed.
Oh, yes. FromSoft never do anything by halves, it seems. And that was the last of my fun facts about the history of Picross.
Oh,
And all I have in terms of fun facts now is rodents.
Can I just
But we'll
say,
save those
you
for later.
You knocked it out of the park, Hobbytan. I feel like I
Thank you.
learned so much in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I didn't
Every day's a
think
school
that,
day.
I thought that I was somewhat knowledgeable about Picross, but it turns out there was a lot I didn't know about it, it was really fun to learn.
I'm glad you've enjoyed your educational segment. I really, really enjoy doing research about the production history for things ahead of races. I guess it's kind of become my shtick for the wheel, and I am A-okay with that because it means I get to learn cool things too, and I get to share those cool things with other people.
Yeah, and it totally explains why I don't do any research, because it's your thing.
Yeah, it's not just that's a very good reason. You're just so kind that you don't want to like one up the other commentators.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to apologize as well. We may get a little bit of Nick in the background of my comms for the rest of the race. It was Miley's birthday today. They've both had birthday cake and are now a little rowdy.
Aww.
What flavor of cake? This is the real.
I believe it was peanut butter and doggy chocolate.
Oh wow.
It was a very pretty cake that I bought from Pets at Home. In case you weren't aware, Nick and Miley are my dogs.
Yeah, but I didn't have that context originally, so I was somewhat confused. But now that makes a lot of sense.
Didn't want people thinking that I was feeding a child dog biscuits.
I mean, I don't know, that you made that cake sound pretty good.
It was rock solid.
Maybe we've all been like sleeping on dog treats. Maybe they're the best food and we just don't know because no one's really tried them.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Unfortunately, at 7 or 6 years old, I ate a dog biscuit.
Yeah, I have also eaten dog biscuits more recently than 7 or 6 year old.
Maybe I'm the weird person then for not having tried them.
It's probably for the best that you haven't.
I was left alone with some biscuits. I thought they were people biscuits. They were not people biscuits. I ate one. It was okay. I didn't like die or anything, but yeah, it wasn't like the most amazing.
Wasn't great.
I've had. Yeah.
Yeah.
And other such Garlips escapades at that age, it was also wanting chocolate spread on toast, finding Marmite in the cupboard and thinking it was the same thing.
Oh no.
Yep, and I have never eaten, well, I have eaten Marmite since then, but I really don't like it, and I'm one of those people that does not like it.
I don't like Marmite either. And I've only ever had it intentionally.
I don't think I've ever tried Marmite before, but a lot of people I talk to don't seem to like it, so I'm not personally very inclined to try it.
It's very much an acquired taste because it's basically like fermented yeast.
Yeah,
so
that's what I've heard.
Very strong flavor. And if you're not into that strong flavor, then you're not going to have a good time.
Yeah, Mrs. Garlips likes Marmite on toast, but she doesn't like a lot of Marmite. So I've learned what a little amount of Marmite is. Because one time I did put too much on, even for her.
Oh dear.
And I was like, okay, less than that. Right, gotcha. But I tell you what I do like, and that's cheese.
Oh, yes.
I do like cheese.
So I need to ask
that is one of the few foods I do like.
How hungry is this Picross game making you, seeing as they're filling in all the squares with cheese? Because it's making me really hungry.
Yeah, I can see it.
I had the foresight to eat before doing this commentary, so I'm feeling rather full at the moment.
Same. I inhaled a box of Jaffa cakes.
I had something a bit more substantial than that, but you know what? Sure.
I had lasagna and chips with a salad before commentary, and I still want cheese.
I've always.
I mean, wanting cheese is just a state of being, isn't it?
I feel like on this break, all of us are just gonna go and get some cheese and then come back.
Oh, exceptional question, Wugger. I'll get that noted down for you.
I have the other two questions from previous as well, if you don't already.
Oh, I do not.
Okay, so Ads asked, how many picks could a Picross pick if a Picross could pick picks? And Mr. Matt asked, do you think the furniture will go moldy considering it's all made of cheese?
All exceptional questions.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe before it gets moldy, it'll probably get eaten.
Yeah, I think that's the bigger risk here.
these rats have been showing some great restraint and not just chowing down on all this furniture immediately after it comes into existence.
Yeah, more willpower than I have, which isn't saying much, admittedly.
Okay, I think that's Amaro on to... Is that page 6 now for him?
I guess here's an actual question about like rats and mice. Do they actually like cheese? Because I know that like there's a big like thing about how it's like very stereotypical that a lot of like ducks like to eat bread, but apparently it's not that good for them.
Oh, it's really, really bad for them. If you want to feed ducks, give them peas. Peas are the best snack for ducks.
What I've been doing is because there's a fair amount of ducks around here. There's a store nearby that sells like these packets of duck feed. They have like a mix of various things that is actually healthy for the ducks, so that people can feed them bread.
Yeah, that also works. But yeah, bread is really bad for them because it expands in their stomach.
I need to ask Hobbytan if they remember a meme from my channel.
Do you mean Big Duck Babe?
Yeah. Big Duck Babe. You got to feed it peas.
You've got to feed it in peas.
Because the bread will kill it.
Yeah. Of course I remember that. I wrote it.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm going to make it one of my trading cards on my channel.
I actually, when I took the clip of you performing it after I'd written the comment in your chat, I sent that clip to my friend who was really obsessed with Good Luck Babe.
Mm-hmm.
And they stopped listening to Good Luck Babe after that.
I was going to say, that's probably the effect that would take place, yeah. I'd expect that. That's an incredible pun in the chat, by the way, Kramet.
Peas was never an option. Well done. Well done.
For those watching the VOD who don't have the chat replay on stream, Kramet has said, I've played Untitled Goose Game. Peas was never an option. Which is, it's awful.
This is great. This is great. Well done, Cram. Cram knows that I appreciate a dad joke. Oh, and to answer your question, sorry for the delay. They do eat cheese. However, if you're trying to get them into a humane trap, things like jam or peanut butter are probably a better option. And if they are domesticated, you don't want to be feeding them cheese all the time because it's similarly to most domesticated animals, there are good things you can feed them, and then there are things that are basically like feeding them McDonald's fries for every meal of the day.
So they can have a little bit of cheese as a treat, but it's not something they should be sustaining themselves fully on.
Exactly. I've actually been reminded from saying that my grandmother had the most intelligent, most terrifyingly large rat living in her pantry for like 3 years. It was so smart. It would scale like the side of the pantry wall, go to where the bread was, open the packet of bread, like open the little tab on the end of the bread, pull out a slice of bread, and then chew on that and maybe take it away, probably just leave a chunk of it, but it would open the packaging rather than chewing its way through it.
Wow.
Smart.
It would also sit on the TV stand whilst my grandmother was watching TV and just sort of stare at her like it was exerting dominance.
Change the channel, I'm sick of this program.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, this is purely vibe-based because, again, we don't have the empirical information to denote exactly who is in the lead, but I've got a feeling that Olive is just ahead at the moment.
I think she is, yeah, because the puzzle that DMAC has just loaded up is one that we've seen Olive complete already on page 6. So, and he's only on to his 3rd puzzle on page 6. I think Olive's
on her 4th,
quite a bit ahead of him.
Or 5th, yeah.
Yeah.
Something else I've noticed is I believe that Olive has been doing every single puzzle on every single page, whereas I believe some of the others haven't been doing that. I've seen Yosh has skipped a few of the larger puzzles in order to go for the smaller ones.
That could be a solid strat moving into the late race, because if Yosh has managed to get a bunch of the little ones done and then goes back for the bigger ones, whilst everyone else has still got more puzzles to do, as it were. So kind of similar to the strat that Garlips took yesterday for Sonic Adventure, getting the shorter storylines out of the way first.
Exactly. I wanted half the stories done, so I picked the shortest stories.
Yeah, I think I'd have the opposite approach. I would go for the bigger puzzles first, because I feel like at the beginning of the race I've got more brain power, and then towards the end I get a little tired and want some easier puzzles to do.
That's totally fair. Yeah, I can get that way of thinking.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. That's a good way to approach it. I think either way, if you're not doing the puzzles in the order that they're presented to you, or at least on the page that they're presented to you, you are going to be sort of hampering your time a little bit by having to and fro between pages. So there's also that sort of layer to consider.
Yeah.
So when at the hour break mark, are we gonna check the progress and see, like, get the count from everyone of how many puzzles they've done, or are we gonna keep it a mystery?
I think, I think the majority of them are probably going to be mid-puzzle, and I don't think it displays on the pause screen how many puzzles have been completed. So I think we'll be in the dark on that until the very end.
We'll keep it a little surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely intentionally, and not because the limitations of the StruggleR programming.
All of you games on a very thin puzzle here. My goodness.
Yeah. What is that?
Is that a 10 by 15?
5 by 15.
Oh, 5 by 15.
Wood pillar.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not a wood pillar, but at the same time, a wood pillar would be like a full Picross board.
Yeah, that would be really funny if one of the puzzles was just like fill in every single square. I think I remember I did play some of Mario's Picross, and I think that one of the puzzles for that is that you have like a 10 by 10 grid, and you have to fill in one square.
Yeah.
The entire puzzle. I think it's kind of like just to teach you how like to look for the rows and columns, but it's just really funny.
Some of the Pokemon Picross ones, like very early game, are like 2 by 2s, which just feels
oh wow,
like you're being mocked. But then you get some later that are more like 20 by 20s, and they're part of a larger image. So more traditionally, you'd have stuff like what Squeakross is doing here, where each individual puzzle is an individual image. But more recently, a lot of Picross games have started doing this thing where you will basically do a puzzle of really any size that then links with the next puzzle you do to make part of a bigger picture. So it could be that you're doing 9 25 by 25 puzzles and they go into a 3 by 3 grid to make the final image, which makes it really, really hard to figure out what you're actually making a picture of.
Wow, Yoshi, Umaru, and DMAC were just on the same puzzle as each other very briefly there. They were all doing the same one. My question is, though, you said that in the Pokemon Picross there was a 2 by 2 puzzle. Which Pokemon was that?
I
Pokemon
don't think
is that small?
I don't think it was a Pokemon, actually. I think it was just
Okay,
a
that makes a lot
tutorial.
of sense. Because I was trying to wrap my head around, like, which Pokemon can you convey with that little space?
Yeah. All right, we're coming up, so I'm going to, if we're just quiet for a second, I'm going to undeafen everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okey-doke.
Hello, everybody. You can hear the disembodied voice of Garlips. I'm going to ask you to pause on whatever puzzle you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please pause. Okie dokie. We will be heading for a bathroom break.
Hold up. I don't think Amaro can hear us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whoops. We've got to kick him out, haven't we?
Mhm. Oh, wait, he paused.
Oh, maybe he did hear us. I don't know. We'll be back shortly after a bathroom break. Don't go anywhere.
Got a bit of better space. Everything's just laid out a bit.
A word.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We enjoyed that little break. We hope you did too. Before we begin again with the race, the second hour of our 3-hour race, we will just take a few moments to ask our racers some of the questions that you've been posing them in chat. Hobbytown, would you like to take the first one?
Absolutely. So our first question comes to us all from Adrian's Revenge. And the question is, how many picks could a Picross pick if a Picross could pick picks?
Picks.
6, 7.
All of them.
Oh, you stole my answer.
Oh no.
I'll go with 69.
Well, we lasted an hour without a 6-7 mention.
Can I leave now?
Do we know any pitch brands like for partial credit? I can't even think of one. Who makes picks?
Dunlop?
Oral-B?
My first thought is guitar picks.
Oh.
Plectrums, I should say.
Hmm.
I have a friend called Pix. That's all I could think about.
I have a lot of lockpicks, if that counts.
Well, there you go. I hope that satisfied your question there, Adrienne. Moving on to question number 2. This is a question for all racers from Mr. Matt Internet, who says...
I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be. Do you think the furniture will go mouldy, considering it's all made of cheese?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it'll be eaten before it goes moldy.
You stole my answer.
You
stole mine last time.
We can't keep doing this.
If we get aircon as one of the items in this, and then cool everything down.
Oh gosh.
Maybe the
Wait,
mold
cheese
makes it
air-
better.
Cheese aircon.
It'll make
I
the
didn't
whole
even think
room
about
smell like
that.
cheese.
I was going to say, I think given the state of the UK temperature at the moment, I think even a aircon made of cheese would be welcome at this point. Fantastic. We've had one more question in the chat from Amaro. This is for all racers. What is your favourite cheese?
Wait, from me?
It was from Wogger.
Oh, it was from Waka.
Oh.
Sorry, you have a green username. You both have the same green username, and I got confused. Amaro,
What did you say?
what's your 5th favourite cheese?
My 5th favorite cheese. Well, that would be Gouda.
Okay.
So I'm not a big cheese person in general. So like my answers, I don't know if it extends to a 5th. My favorite's probably just a regular, like a mature cheddar. I can go with that, but stinky cheeses are not for me.
There is nothing wrong with a good mature cheddar.
I was
Other than
gonna
if
give
you
that
can do
too. And plus I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't actually have it that often. But mature cheddar doesn't really upset my stomach that much. So yeah, I would go with that too.
I am also lactose intolerant, but I'm gonna go with pepper jack.
Oh, I see you also like to live dangerously, Olive.
Yes, I do.
See, here's the thing, is I feel like I hear lactose intolerant people talk about cheese more than I hear non-lactose intolerant people talk about cheese. I don't know if
It's
that's
the
a
danger
thing. or
element.
if
It's the risk. Like part of the nice tastiness of it is the danger.
Right.
I am in this comment and I don't know how to feel about it. You can pry my dairy from my cold, dead, very upset stomach hands.
I'm going to
Danger
go a little
cheese.
bougie with this one and say a nice
Oh, here we
baked
go.
camembert.
Oh,
with some
Yeah.
What are you having
garlic
with
and
it,
stuff.
though?
It needs to be hot, crusty bread.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah,
To be fair,
there's
actually, run with fondue cheese in a fondue
Oh.
setting.
This is just making me really hungry. Can we move on?
well, no, I think I should tell you how I have my camembert, which is I like to slice on the top and then cut pieces of garlic and slide it inside.
Wow, Garlick's just straight up admitting to auto-cannibalism live on the air.
It improves the flavor. No, yeah, I'm just so used to saying garlips instead of garlic. It's look, my brain is very smooth right now.
I always like to slip a bit of garlic straight inside.
And
Good grief.
that is.
How are you enjoying just clicking bits of cheese on grids?
We are having a fantastic time watching you race, and let me just say, it's been absolutely fantastic, and it's not even over yet. We've still got 2 hours of this to go.
Gosh.
But that is it for chat's questions, unless my commentators have any other burning questions they need to ask.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
This is for everybody. That includes comms and chat. What is your favorite kind of rodent?
Ooh.
Oh.
I like a nutria rat.
Good choice.
I'm not familiar with that.
Is a ferret a rodent? I like ferrets.
We'll stretch the definition just for you.
Thank you.
I was going to say,
Are squirrels?
are they like a lagomorph?
No, they're not lagomorphs. I can't remember the proper name for ferrets. They occupy this weird, complicated space.
Oh wait, squirrels are rodents. Red squirrels.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like red squirrels.
I was
like
just
rats.
double checking the squirrel.
I'm looking at a classification tree of rodentia on Wikipedia right now. And squirrels, chipmunks, beavers. I'm quite fond, personally, of pygmy jerboas.
Yeah.
They're little
good
goofy
choice.
guys with some, like, big hoppy feet.
Ferrets are
Actually,
mustelidae.
Squirrel. Weasels are fun.
Zytosses. What about beavers? Beavers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beavers are rodents.
Fond of beavers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, weasels are the same family as ferrets, so they're mustelids.
Oh, well,
we got-
this image about rodents just lied to me then.
It's spreading misinformation on the internet.
Anyway, I hope that answered your question, Hobbiton.
It did. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, well, now that we've fried your brain with exactly what classifies as a rodent, is everyone ready to continue our race?
Oh yeah.
Yes, please.
that thing. Yep, I guess so.
Okie dokie. I will count you down then. Please feel ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue.
Good luck.
And they're off again. I've noticed DMAC has changed to dark mode.
I do not blame him for that. I prefer playing basically any kind of puzzle game in dark mode because I find that after a little while, my eyes just start to hurt a lot with the bright colors.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. I usually use light mode on everything, but that's just because I find it much easier to read stuff when it's dark on light background with my dyslexia. I don't know if it's a thing universally with dyslexia, but I just find it a lot easier.
It does tend to be quite common with dyslexia that a dark background is unhelpful, but for some people it's better with a color background rather than a white background.
Yeah, I have heard that as well.
I had a lecturer at university who had really bad dyslexia, so for his essays and his essays alone, we had to print them on, I think it was like tinted yellow paper, and we had to use Comic Sans because it was the only thing he could read.
Yeah. Oh, I'd just like to say that oh, hang on, how can I get the most previous like, it was a 3-way tie, but I can't remember who actually was winning with the poll that just ended. Oh well, it's gone. It's gone forever, chat.
The real winner is the mice.
I know DMAC didn't get any vote.
Oh. D-Max is, I'd like D-Max's colours, but I had to go with Yolsh's because well, I've seen it like boggling when it eats bits of food, and I was just like, I'm in love.
It's so cute, yeah. Honestly, I think Stevens is my favourite.
D-Max is the... Like, everyone else has gone for a rather slim mouse, whereas D-Mac has gone for a chunky mouse.
Chunky boy with a big thumper.
Yeah.
Brings up a good point, actually. There are quite a lot of customization options when it comes to your rat in this game.
There really are.
Quite tall, quite wide. You can even, what I really liked was there was, missing appendages as well. You can customize your mouse exactly how you want to, whether it's got 1 paw, 2 paw, or 1 ear, 2 ear, etc.
So you could really, if you had like a pet mouse, you could really like make them quite accurately in this.
Absolutely, yeah. Or you can just go completely off the deep end and go for funny colors and like the silliest possible looking rodent. And
I'm saying that there are naturally like purple mice.
Only if they've fallen into a vat of grape juice, which does happen.
They've been drinking too much Ribena.
So now that we're into the second hour of the race, and I have exhausted all of my Picross facts, would you like a rodent fact?
Absolutely.
When my dogs have finished barking.
I was going to say, I know that
they're
Nick
very excited for these facts. They want to hear them as well.
I think Miley might be barking at a moth. Miley, shush.
Oh no.
It's my birthday. How dare you not jump straight into my mouth, stupid moth? Is that what it was, Miley? Yes. Okay. So, I'll start with a nice, easy one that I'm sure lots of people already know. But a group of rats is called a mischief.
I didn't actually know that. That's adorable.
Isn't it just? And I think that works really, really well with this other wonderful little fact that I learned today. Rats actually make laughter sounds while they're playing, but they're at an ultrasonic level, so we can't hear them normally. And this was discovered when scientists recorded audio of the rats whilst they were being tickled, and then transposed it into an audible human sound range.
Aww.
It's a shame that they're normally out of human audible range, but I suppose for rat owners it's probably for the best because they won't be woken up by ominous giggling at 3 a.m.
I can imagine that.
Unlike dogs who are very vocal and at a range that we can actually hear.
Yes, unfortunately. Terribly sorry about that.
No, it wasn't meant to be a jab at you. I've had
I know.
to live with dogs as well, so I completely get it. But it's all worth it for the for the love and affection.
It really is. And the thing is with these two, they're blissfully quiet when I'm not on the computer with my microphone on, and then the second I'm commentating a race, barking at everything.
They get jealous, they get too excited.
Absolutely.
Yosh
Now-
now getting the cuboid. It's just a
The wood
perfect-
pillar, yeah.
Just a perfect rectangular prism.
Yosh doing really, really well. Page 7.
Yeah, again, you can see they're like looking around at the puzzles to try and find out which the smallest one first, so that
Yeah.
they don't have to do the big ones yet. They're leaving them for later.
That may trip them up a little bit because there are some where it looks like they're going to be really small and the game's just like, big
Yeah.
puzzle for you now. Stephen on page 5, about halfway through page 5.
So I'm wondering then, we've seen 20 like long puzzles. Do
Mhm.
they get any bigger than that? I wonder.
Oh, they can do. So I think Squeakross goes as high as 30 by 30. I
Oh, wow.
might be wrong because I haven't completed this yet. Squeakross is one of those games that up until it was announced to me that it was going to be the game for this, it was a game that I would play after work just to wind down, like do a couple of Picross and then leave it for a bit. But obviously, to avoid spoilers for anybody that was running in the race that has me on their Steam friends list, I stopped playing this when Garlips told me that this was the game that had been chosen.
Which we found out from DMAC just before the race, ironically didn't help us at all.
No. I mean, I think I did flag that to you at the time that you let me know, but I didn't think he'd played very much of it. I didn't realize he was going to be using it for practice.
Well,
But it's been very, very difficult because DMAC and I talk quite regularly. It's been very, very difficult to keep this from him.
Yeah. Well, one thing I will say is, obviously, I haven't been able to tell recently, but certainly as we finished the first hour of our race, it looked to be that Olive was in the lead. So, I mean, I think maybe the fact that she does one of these every single day, not necessarily in this game,
Yeah.
is standing her really good stead for being ahead, essentially. I don't know if that's still the case.
Well, we need to wait until she's finished the puzzle that she's currently on, and it is quite a big one, so...
All of you games has got like, it's a really awkward size. It's 14 by 18.
Yeah. Some of the more wonky shapes in this can be really, really tricky. But that's half the fun. There's also, going back to conversation that we had earlier about weird Picross games, there is, I can't remember what it's called, I do own it, but its name escapes me right now. There is a roguelike Picross game.
Oh my god.
That came out, I think, last year. Find out what it's called. Oh, Cinicross, that's it. C-I-N-I Cross. Cinicross. It's a Picross roguelike. You're not trying to make pictures, though. You are just, like, solving Picross as quickly as possible.
Okay.
You don't get the dopamine hit of making a picture. It really is. Like, for somebody like DMAC who just loves doing Picross, it's a great game, and he had quite a lot of fun with it, from what I remember. But when I played it, I was a little bit sad because you're not making pictures, so you're just like filling up lines.
Yeah,
and I do really enjoy making pictures. Sorry, go on.
From like a gameplay point of view, it would be really hard to have them actually form pictures because I'm assuming that if it's a roguelike, they're probably randomly generated to some extent.
Yeah.
That's interesting though. So do you get like Picross upgrades then?
So you get upgrades to things like your health and your timer and stuff like that, and you can unlock abilities that increase your timer or allow you to correct mistakes automatically and stuff like that. Hang on.
Oh,
That's
cool.
I've put the link into the stream chat for anybody that's interested in some roguelike Picrossing. Because it is a really fun game. And once I got into the swing of things, I did have a good time with it. I really like making little pictures. I'm a pixel artist. Of course, I like making little pictures out of squares. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I know there's been a lot of like roguelikes recently with like Balatro, and there's been like so many others as well that have come off the big roguelike train. But
Yeah.
Picross was certainly not a game that I was expecting to get that treatment, so I'm quite surprised and delighted to see that it has.
Yeah, it's really impressive the amount of ways people have managed to flex the roguelike mechanics into all sorts of different kinds of game. I mean, things like Bollocks Pit, or as Kramit was calling it yesterday, Bollocks Pit, which has made my week. It really has. Thank you for that, Cram.
I know that there was one based around blackjack.
Oh, really?
Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers.
Ooh, just gonna quickly add that to my wish list.
I remember I played a demo on Next Fest. There was also a chess-related one as well.
Yes, I've got the
really
chess
hard.
one. I quite like the chess one.
I tried playing the demo of it. I struggled a lot. It was very difficult.
I think the demo is a little less forgiving than the actual game. It does bring you up to the difficulty better in the main game.
There was a word-based one where it's kind of like Boggle as a roguelike. It's called Pronoun Palace.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of. There's another one as well. I can't remember what it's
There's
called
another
now, though.
one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm adding Pronoun Palace to my wish list as well. Thank you for
Same,
all of these
yeah.
wonderful suggestions.
Oh yeah, the Pronoun Palace has gorgeous art style.
Oh yeah, I really love the Pronoun Palace art style. It's quite gritty. It's kind of like the Binding of Isaac, but it's also cute at the same time.
Yeah. Well, in one of the screenshots on Steam, there's a Muppet, and where the arm of the person operating the Muppet would be is a thorny tentacle thing. Yeah.
That's one of the bosses. That boss is quite fun because it introduces like Scrabble mechanics where certain letters get like multiplied.
Oh, cool.
What was the I can't remember what it's called now. There was another roguelike that came out fairly recently where you're rolling dice.
Oh.
Dead Finger Dice, that was it.
Oh, okay. Again,
Dead
I was
Finger
thinking
Dice
of
is
a
another
different one.
roguelike. Oh, there's loads. Like there's Dice and Fold as well. That's another really good roguelike. Where you're rolling dice, but with that one you're rolling dice and playing cards.
Oh.
And Dead Finger Dice, you are literally just rolling dice and trying to do better. It's basically dice poker.
Oh, that's awesome. I know there was one called Die in the Dungeon.
Oh, Die in the Dungeon's really good as well. Yeah, I love that one.
I think he plays like a frog. I haven't played that one myself, but I've seen someone else play it.
Yeah, Die in the Dungeon's great. As you can probably tell, I own a lot of these games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite impressed that like, you know, it's amazing how many like cool indie games there are now because you're bringing up so many ones that I've never heard of, and I'm bringing up ones that you guys have never heard of as well.
I really find as well that I've never. Okay, how do I say this? I've no judgment against anyone who has issues with gambling and addiction. I understand completely that I am the kind of person who would fall like completely down the rabbit hole if I let myself. when it comes to certain things. There are certain hobbies that I've literally avoided because I don't want to fall into the trap of like spending money on gambling and kind of like trying to chase that high. So I really enjoy gambling in a safe environment where I get all of the tinglies of gambling, like one that's a good example that I played recently was that the demo for that game, Raccoon. Right, you get all of the
I love Raccoon.
Yeah, you get all of the flashing lights, you get all of the endorphins and the dopamine, but you know that you're in a safe environment where you're not actually. There's no real money involved apart from the price of the game, obviously. And so I took a step back and I thought about it for a second. I was like, this is probably why I play Ocarina of Time Randomizer so much, because literally every time I play that, I'm gambling.
I think it's definitely better that you're playing, roguelikes rather than like pulling CS:GO crates or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Agreed.
So...
And if you want more gambling roguelikes, I highly recommend a game called Scritchy Scratch.
Oh my god, the name alone already conjures Scritchy Scratch.
It is a scratch card roguelike.
Oh my god.
Scritchy Scratchy.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, Scritchy Scratchy, sorry.
Oh my goodness. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's really good fun. I've lost so many hours to it recently that last time Steam did a big recommendations thing. Basically everything it recommended to me was gambling games because of how much time I'd put into Scritchy Scratchy.
Love it. Yeah, because what's another one? Like, I have Clover Pit on my wish list as well.
Oh, Clover Pit's so good.
One day I'll pull the plug on that and just start playing it.
There's another one as well. Josh was showing it to me. Was Luck Be a Landlord? Similar kind of vibe.
I keep meaning to pick Luck Be a Landlord up and still haven't. The name makes me think that it's Monopoly type. It's a Monopoly type game because that's what Monopoly was originally called. But I don't know.
It does look fairly
I don't
kind
know
of
that
slot
much
based.
about it, but I know that it involves a slot machine. That's basically the extent of my knowledge.
It is currently in a bundle with Nubby's Number Factory, which again is another one of those kind of.
Oh, it's also in a bundle with Dungeon Crawler, which I already own. And something called Maze Mice.
Yeah,
that's
which seems
that's
appropriate for this
about a lot of these
race.
indie games is that they just like collaborate with each other and put each other's games in bundles with like other developers and other publishers.
Yeah. It's such a good way to find other similar games or games with similar themes.
I think it's great. I think like I remember I was recently thinking about picking up Big Walk, which is a game that came out recently, and that was in a bundle with Peak. So
that makes
I was able
sense.
to
Yeah.
get both.
We're still in the tentative planning stages for season 5, but I do believe we want to have a team versus team Peak race. So I mean, we're looking for climbers right now.
On that note, I had a conversation with DMAC yesterday, and despite the fact that I put into the chat for Peak Team versus Team that there was no way in hell he was ever going to want to climb with me ever again, he's basically said, even if he has to drag my dead corpse up the mountain, we can be in a team together on Peak. So you've got at least one team of 2.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I would want in on that as well. I know Mr. Matt, Mr. Matt is the one who introduced me to Peak. I've been saving Big Walk, actually, because I've been hearing from lots of people that it's a really fun, really rewarding experience. So I've kind of been waiting to pull the plug on, like, I want to make sure we can get a group together that can, like, put the time in to actually complete it properly and not just, like, play 2 hours of it and then never play it again.
Yeah.
I think
My friend of mine gifted me Big Whoop, so I'm waiting until I can play it with them because it feels really unfair for them to have given me the game and then not to play it with them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
but hopefully soon I'll get to play it.
This looks like a very fun thing to just like mess around in. Not even to like just even beat the game, but just like to exist in like a same place with your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And with it being by the Untitled Goose Game devs as well.
Exactly, yeah. I found a game last night that I bought for Tata immediately the second I saw it. And that is called, I think it's called Chained Wheels. Let me just check. Yeah, Chained Wheels.
Oh gosh.
It's chained together, but your cars.
Oh wow. That's perfect for you two.
Uh-huh. And because we're always racing these things, we kind of said to each other, look, after StruggleR Season 4 is done, we really actually need to play one of these cooperatively. I think it's going to be Chained Wheels.
Excellent. I mean, that was part of the reason that I suggested Peak for next season, because you guys are always playing up games against each other. Nobody's ever playing up games together.
Absolutely. I think we could try and get a multi-person chain together race as well. Even if it's just like 2 3s or 3 2s, just something where it's not just the one player on their own. Because I think not only does it mean there are more races, so there's more fun, but also there's the whole practicing aspect beforehand as well. Like with Team Squeaky Clean and Clappers, you know, you had your kind of sessions beforehand and your kind of
well, no, Team Clappers did.
Yeah, but you know, there was banter, there was the strategies, like you know, all of that stuff, and you kind of miss that when it's 1v1 or whatever.
So Olive is on page 9 at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, I haven't been paying attention enough to know for sure, but it doesn't look like Olive is skipping a lot of the puzzles at all. So
no.
I think we can kind of take that as, you know, I think she will have completed the majority of the puzzles before page 9.
It does certainly seem like Olive is beating these puzzles quicker than the other players.
Yeah, and that will definitely have something to do with the fact that she does do Picross every single day. Like, this is very much a puzzle system where once you've gotten a rhythm, they're all beatable, and they're all easily beatable. It's time, patience, and practice.
Yeah, Olive definitely seems as though, like, she's definitely hesitating a lot less than the other players are.
Yeah.
Sometimes the other players will like stop for a moment to like think about, okay, where can I eke out a little bit of space here, whereas Olive is just going at a fairly consistent pace.
Yeah, she's just firing out those pieces of cheese very efficiently.
Especially on fiddly puzzles like that, where it looks like it's uniform on both sides, but it isn't. Especially
it's not,
towards the bottom. But yeah, basically every puzzle usually yields a piece of furniture and some stickers, as Tam described previously, to customize the start menu with. You can also customize your little rat room and put whatever, you know, furniture that you've unlocked into it and kind of customize it to make it your own, which unfortunately during a race no one's going to do, but you know, afterwards maybe.
They're also missing out on getting to customize their rodent further, because some of the things you unlock are hats for your little rodent, or scarves, or glasses.
So I went into that menu earlier on because I was trying to find a way to edit the rat so that I could pass off the zip dexy for everybody. And when I left that menu, because I didn't have anything to apply to the rat, it went something like, "Oh, you're naked." It's like,
yeah,
I guess I am.
Thanks for calling attention to it, game. I suppose it's the same as anybody that owns cats or dogs or any other animal that would generally be wearing a collar. I'm sure you've all done this too, but when me or Slow takes the dog's collar off for a minute, we go, "Ah, no, you're naked, cover up."
Yeah, definitely. Because especially like the pet dog that we used to have used to like, she had like black fur, but then had like a bright red collar, so it really stood out. So when it was like off, it looked like really strange.
The worst thing for me is I am so Wallace and Gromit pilled, as the kids would say, that whenever I put their collars back on, I have to say, "Look like somebody owns you now." Steven's rat having a little boggle in the corner there.
Yeah, the eyes are just so twitchy.
They're so cute. Oh, looks like Olive is on the last puzzle of page 9. Just tearing through them.
That's a good frame of reference, though. As other people complete now, we'll take a look and see if we can try and work out where they are in relation.
I may have already got a list of which page everybody's on, with the exception of Amaro, because I was waiting for him to finish a puzzle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I thought Yoshi just solving the phone, I thought that looked like a piece of shrimp.
And that was the first puzzle on page 10 for Yoshi, but obviously Yoshi's skipping some of the larger puzzles.
Yeah, so Yosh might get ahead in page count, but later we're gonna see maybe, like, I don't know, Yosh might be able to get ahead of the other racers in page count, but then they need to go back and do those puzzles at some point.
Yeah, I mean, there's tactics in tackling the smaller ones first, because obviously you can get through more of them. But yeah, that backtracking later is going to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Also, on Yoshi's puzzle here, I'd like to point out, it was what we were talking about earlier, where instead of doing a 14 by 10 puzzle, they've decided to do a 15 by 10, but completely cut off the, like, rightmost column.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose
I'll be honest,
have to
I'm
wait
not
to see what the image is to see if that might tie into the theme of whatever this object is.
not 100% sure why they choose to do that on so many of the puzzles, instead of just making the shape smaller, or the grid smaller, considering they've got such wonky grid sizes in this.
Yeah,
They've
that's
definitely not been shy to do it in other levels.
Yeah. I suppose it just keeps people on their toes, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't know for sure that it's going to always fit into the, like, all of the space.
That is Olive on to page 10.
Oh, wow, yeah. At least for me, I find it's easier when the grid sizes are something I'm familiar with, because, you know, when it's like 15 across and I see like 7, 7, I immediately know that that is 7 gap 7.
Yeah.
So when it comes up with a little bit of a stranger number that I'm not used to, I have to like stop and think for a moment about what the different like lengths would have to be relative to the whole length row or column.
Yeah. And I think that's why we keep seeing Yoshi using the count feature that this game has. So if you hold the C key down and drag your mouse across, Yoshi's just done it again, it actually counts the number of cells for you, so that you don't have to try and individually count them.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that before.
It's a really useful feature for when you're working with these slightly weirdly shaped grids because obviously you're making the game do the hard work for you.
Yeah. It's certainly very handy because it's, I guess, there's something to be said about whether or not that's like an unfair, like, you know, I'm sure there'll be some like nonogram or Picross purists who'll be like, oh, you should be counting them manually. You shouldn't have to use a counting tool. But I suppose it can make the game more fun for some people because it means you're like getting over some of the monotony and getting to the actual fun part, which is doing the logic.
Honestly, I think I would consider it an accessibility feature for these puzzles as well, because I tend to struggle to comprehend certain kinds of information when I'm not feeling very well.
That's true as well.
So,
but I'm all for it personally because you know, ultimately you can play the game however you want to. So if you feel personally like having that tool at your disposal makes it, you know, unfair and like too easy for you, then you don't have to use it. You can just avoid it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're seeing from the races today with the help button. So if you press H in this game, there's a big old button in the corner of the screen, bottom right corner of the screen as well. That will summon your little rodent to come and solve a little part of the Picross puzzle for you, and then that goes under cooldown, so you can't just get the rodent to solve the whole puzzle for you.
Ah.
But we banned that today. No help.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's a cool rainbow hat that Yosh just got there.
Oh yes, very nice. So I've actually managed to get the list of everybody's page locations now as well, because Amaro not long finished a puzzle. So at the moment, the furthest behind is Stephen, who is on page 6, followed by Amaro and DMAC, who are both on page 8. Then we have Yoshi, who is on page 10, but has skipped a bunch of puzzles. So no clue where exactly Yoshi is in the actual running in terms of completed puzzles. And then we've got Olive on page 10, and Olive has cleared every puzzle on every page as she's gone through. So she is definitely in the lead.
Interesting. I mean, I'd expect it from someone who plays one every day, no matter what. That's kind of you're spreading the practice hours out across your entire lifetime.
Yes, indeed. And I believe she said at the beginning that she's been doing Picross for more than a decade at this point.
Oh wow!
So she's got a lot of practice in over the years, long before this race was scheduled.
I think I've probably played Picross for quite a long time as well, but I've not been playing it like consistently over the course of my life.
Same.
I have like little spurts of little like moments in my life where I'm like, you know what, I feel like doing Picross, and then I get into it for a while, and then I kind of fall out of it for a while.
Yeah, same here. My big thing tends to be logic grids. I do maybe not one a day at the moment, but there were phases where more recently I would do sort of 5 or 6 in a day, and now I try to do 1 a day, but there'll be days when I just don't have the energy, so I don't. But on average, 1 to 2 logic grids a day.
That's pretty good.
Maybe I should pick Picross up again.
Something I used to do, I haven't done it in a while, but I would, we were talking earlier about Sudoku. I would do, I've done quite a lot of Sudokus, I'd say, and I like to do, I found out, like, I think it was a couple of years ago, a friend of mine introduced me to, like, these weird, like, different Sudokus. Like, rather than just filling out the numbers 1 to 9 in every row and column, they have extra rules.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like I've seen, there's like some where you have like a box that adds up to a certain number, so you have to plan around those. There's some where you have to like, along this line, the numbers go from small to large.
Yeah, I've seen, so I'm not super good at those, but I have seen on YouTube quite a few of these kind of, for want of a better word, Sudoku scholars who kind of like pull up a puzzle and it's like, it's literally got like maybe one number in it, two numbers in it, and they just sit there and I watch them and like over the course of 20 minutes they explain how you can solve this entire thing based on just the fact that you've only got that one number, but you know the rules dictate this means this, which means this, which means this, which means it must be this. And that's...
Would that happen to be cracking the cryptic?
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, I love cracking the cryptic.
That was how I got introduced to it as well, was my friend sent me a couple of videos by cracking the cryptic.
Yeah.
And then instead of watching the videos, what we would do is we'd be like, oh my god, this Sudoku's so hard. Okay, let's pull it up and see if we can do it. And then we'd do like half of it, and then get completely stuck and have to like go back and watch the video to see how to proceed.
I think it's the speedrunner in me that I only really, when I'm in it's usually when I'm in a waiting room for something, like the opticians or the doctors or something. I've got Sudoku on my phone and I've got Solitaire. And so for me, I just like, I play the Sudoku on the hardest difficulty that it offers, but Solitaire doesn't have a difficulty. But and basically I'm just going for the speed run. So like as I said earlier, like I make logical choices based on like odds, which is a really bad way to play Sudoku because it means that you learn bad habits. But yeah, I kind of go, okay, these two, one of these two isn't a 7. I'm gonna gamble, and oh, I didn't lose a life, great. And so through that method, I've managed to beat like fairly difficult ones in the sort of 3 to 4 minute. But I've just looked it up, and my fastest Solitaire hand is 49 seconds.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
But then you look at the best time, like, so this Solitaire app has got like a par, like a well, not a par because the times are incredibly unreasonable, but you can see who the fastest person who solved it in the world, and it's usually always like 15 seconds. I'm just like, how?
That's sometimes what my dad and I would do, is that if we were like waiting somewhere together, or like we just needed something to pass the time, we'd both pull up Solitaire on our phones, and we'd see like who would be the first person to get a completed Solitaire.
Mm.
But I don't think I ever did it quite that fast. 49 seconds is impressive.
Yeah, but that was like one time out of like thousands.
That's still impressive. I don't think I've ever done it in like less than a minute, probably.
My mum in chat saying that she's not great at Sudoku, but she does love a code word. I'm also a big fan of code words. Gee, I wonder where I got it from.
Well, that's the other thing. If I'm in a waiting room with Mrs. Gallips, she's got a game on her phone where it's like, I guess it's kind of like Boggle. It's a circle with a bunch of letters in it, and you've got to try and make as many words as you possibly can. And so,
yeah,
the fun comes from that. Like, you complete the word, and then it's like in a grid of, it's like a crossword of those words, but you get bonus points if you create words that aren't in those crossword words. And so we managed to get it once up to 50 words that weren't included. And we were like, we've done it. Because, well, the other thing is that you can cheat like fuck with like 2, 3, and 4 letter words. They're just insane.
I do like playing I do like doing crosswords every now and again. Although I will say I'm not very good at them. I try to do them myself, and then I get stuck and I need to ask my partner for help.
For me, there
my
are
partner
like,
just gets it instantly.
There are tiers of crossword, and like I know when I'm like in an echelon above the tier that I'm comfortable with in terms of the clues.
I've had a couple of like cryptic crosswords that I've done where because I like to buy the puzzle books that you can get at WH Smith's or like at service stations on the motorway and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I know the
I really
exact
like to pick
ones you
those up.
mean.
So I like to pick those up, and sometimes the cryptic crosswords in those make me so angry because, like, the clue makes perfect sense on its own, and you can figure out the cryptic side of it, but the word that is the actual solution doesn't mean the thing that they say it means, or is a really like they're really stretching the definition beyond the point of the puzzle, and it really frustrates me when they do that, because how are you ever supposed to guess that when it's really not what the word means?
I tried to do the cryptic crossword before. I remember I used to have an app on my phone where it was like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like one of the newspapers. It's like it's like basically the app for the newspaper, except it's just the puzzles from the newspaper.
Oh, excellent.
And I would like try to do like, I would start off with like the Sudoku and the like, you know, more logic-based puzzles, and then eventually I would get to the crossword, and I'd try and do that. And then I'd usually manage to get the crossword, but then with the cryptic crossword, I'd usually just try and see if I could get one clue. If I could get one clue on the cryptic crossword, I'd be happy. I would never be able to do the whole thing.
So I've just popped into the chat there a link. This is the one that always makes me smile when I see it on social media. It's a New York Times crossword where they basically wrote the crossword in such a way that the clue was like the best Star franchise, and so you can either put Star Trek or Star Wars in, and they both work.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of like basically all of the clues were engineered in such a way that you could it doesn't matter what you put in, either would work.
I think I recall something similar being done where I heard about a different one where they had a crossword, and this was in America, and it was just like before the presidential election was happening. And they had like as one of the clues, it was like the winner of the presidential election, and then both names would fit in.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's amazing. That would be so difficult to do well as well.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of lucked out because they had the same number of letters in their name.
Wow. Yeah, that is perfect then.
Oh, 1996 New York Times Election Day crossword. The puzzle featured the central clue lead story in tomorrow's newspaper, and both would work, yeah.
Very cool. Big shout outs to people that design puzzles for a living.
Yeah.
It's kind
and
of
that includes
crazy
the developer
job.
of Squeakross. It really is.
Because to solve a puzzle, you have to have like a kind of deep understanding of how the various mechanics work and the logic works. But to actually make a puzzle, you need to have like such an in-depth knowledge of how, like, you know, for example, in this case, you need to have like a really in-depth knowledge of how Picross works in order to make sure that the puzzles are actually like solvable and like that there's not like more than one solution.
I feel like the easiest way to do it for something like this, where it is kind of a visual thing, would be to reverse engineer it. So, like, for me, I'd have to sit down, I guess, and do a piece of pixel art that fit within a grid that I wanted to use, and then just, like, strategically remove pixels.
Yeah. So it still looked like the thing, but, like, was a bit trickier than just like the actual picture itself.
Yeah. Unless it was color Picross, obviously, and then I can just leave the pixel art as it was.
Well, the problem is you still need to make sure it's solvable, because you can get into certain situations where, like in Sudoku, for example, you have like a Sudoku where there's like two possible solutions where like the numbers can be swapped around and it still works.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that there's like exactly one solution, because otherwise you can't solve it.
Welcome in, Octobot. redeeming those card pulls. If you haven't redeemed your card pulls yet today, this is your reminder that you can have 2 per stream. They only cost 300 points each. But it is a slippery slope.
It really is.
I already bet all my points on the race winner, so I don't have any left to spend.
Dang.
Oh, I got my cards first. Yeah, only 2 per stream.
Yeah, we gotta, like, I can't make cards that fast.
Yeah, sorry, my card art production abilities are stymied by the fact that I have to work.
Yours are worth waiting for. Yours are quality. Mine are based purely around pumping out as many as possible to feed the demon.
If you need more card art, I can probably, like, you know, just like make a scribble on some paper. I don't have any artistic ability whatsoever, but it'll be quick at least. Didn't
you draw your avatar and your player card image?
I did, yeah.
I think your player card image
no artistic ability, my ass.
Okay, well, my profile picture I don't think is that, like, showing of my artistic talent. I don't think that's, like, my magnum opus, but I think I did at least fairly well on the like, full body art.
I think so.
I think they're both really good.
It took me a long time. I was sitting there with my mouse and MS Paint for, like, a good hour trying to get it to look right.
I know that feeling. I think it took me 2 years to finish just the basics of the overlay for my stream.
Oh, wow.
Largely because every time I started doing it, I looked at what was there and went, I don't like this anymore, and then stopped doing it.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing that I have too, is that I make something and then I'm like, this is no good. I'll just start over and try again, make something different.
Yeah.
I'm
but the
too
thing
much
is,
of a perfectionist for my own good.
Big mood. The thing is, though, if you keep doing that, then you'll never get anything finished.
Exactly.
And generally with art, it looks really ugly before it looks really pretty. You've got to make something and make the ugly thing first so that you can refine it and make the beautiful thing.
I think that's true. Oh my goodness, pride flag. Anyways, I agree, because I've had a lot of times where I've been making something and then it's looked terrible and I was just like, look, let's just see this through, see how it turns out. And then I don't know, somehow it just ends up all coming together and it looks really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Garlips can attest, because he's seen quite a few preview images of pieces of art that I've done, both for the Wheel of Struggle and for myself. He can attest to the process that goes on there and the fact that things may not look great at certain points, but they at least look decent by the time I'm done, if not really good.
I think they look great from start to finish, but of course I would say that.
Stop blowing smoke up my ass, Garlips, and help me.
Look, I will agree, though. I think perfection is the enemy of good, and quite often you can, throw things away when you are like 90% of the way through it, and you just need to tough out that 10% to add the polish it needs to make it a reality. But yeah, I mean, my advice always has been like, just start doing something, because you'll improve it along the way and you'll get better as you go. I'm going to point at this big thing right here called StruggleR. Those first races looked ropey. I mean, it still arguably looks ropey, but the beauty is you'll be able to kind of watch back the races and see a progression, hopefully upward. And that progression wouldn't have happened if we didn't just say, let's go for it, start. So that's definitely exactly the advice there.
I remember seeing videos of events like Games Done Quick, and going back and looking at like the first ever event that they did.
Yeah.
Where it was just like a bunch of people sitting on a couch in someone's basement, and now looking at it where they have a whole giant venue with like massive crowds.
Yeah. It's the same with Desert Bus as well. Like, I remember watching earlier seasons of Desert Bus when I was at university, and the production values just weren't there at that point, but they didn't need to be. It's a charity event. But now, oh boy, it's like it's a week-long event rather than it being just like a couple of days, and they've got a whole crew, they've got night shift, they've got planned segments, and they don't ever sing songs from Shoggoth on a Roof anymore.
I mean, it's what we're what we're trying to do with ASC as well. I mean, I hopefully we'll see a progression, even with the Brighton event coming up later this year, as opposed to the Manchester one we had in April. But yeah, unless you get the people together and do the thing, you'll never start, and so you can't hope to get better if you never start. So
exactly.
Week-long
I
StruggleR.
remember when Desert Bus were playing Guess the Pronunciation Guide words. Yeah.
Don't
we already do week-long StruggleR, Garlets?
Well, yeah, depending on the week. That's a good point. It would be nice to do some kind of marathon event at some point. I've long toyed. I've been involved with lots of marathons, but never actually put on like one that I was in charge of, like, so to speak. So yeah, it is something I would like to do at some point, and StruggleR seems like the obvious home for that. So
StruggleM.
StruggleM.
Struggle'em.
It sounds like we've named a new element.
We have the element of struggle.
You gotta like ponder. It's like struggle.
Things that make you go struggle'em.
I mean, one thing that I would like to bring up, because I do still want to make it a reality at some point. We talked about it previously, but it didn't really materialize for this season, and that is the idea of Wikipedia races. I really would like to have a kind of a miniature tournament of Wikipedia races, because they are such an interesting concept, and people tackle things in very different ways based on the knowledge they have in their head of things. And so, like, even just like the most simplest hops, going from, like, I don't know, the best example, obviously, Kevin Bacon, because the whole 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing, going from Kevin Bacon to, like, I don't know, advanced agriculture equipment or something. And so just like your brain going, I guess Kevin Bacon was in a film about Texas, maybe if I click on Texas, and then like going from there to like try and bridge your way to it. I've watched quite a few of them now, and I would like to put one on at some point. Yeah, good point. Yes, we are coming up to the 2-hour mark. We're just under 6 minutes away. So any questions you've got, chat, now would be a great time.
I do remember seeing one of those Wikipedia races, and like it was in my YouTube recommended, and I thought, this sounds incredibly boring. But I ended up watching the video, and it was actually the opposite. It was incredibly entertaining.
Yeah. And it's the other thing as well, is something everyone can do. It's just clicking on links and reading pages. I mean, it's like this very low barrier to entry in terms of tech. So
yep.
I'm aware we keep cutting you off, Hobbytown.
It's okay. Just wanted to let you all know that every racer is on a different page now to last time we checked in. Stephen is now on page 8. Amaro and DMAC are still both on the same page, on page 9 now. Olive is on page 11. Yoshi is on page 12.
Ooh. Stephen's rocket seems to be catching up then.
Yes, Stephen is showing a lot more confidence in his cell filling at this point. He's still tripping himself up a little bit in certain places, like he's hovering over cells and then deciding not to fill or cross them when he absolutely could. But overall, he's filling in the different cells with a lot more confidence than he was at the start of the race. And as a result, a lot more speed.
I suppose that's another consideration is endurance. You know, are you gonna like get slower after having to stare at these squares for 2 hours, or are you gonna be able to pace yourself and stay like keep your brain working?
Honestly, if it was me, I feel like I used to, and I actually suggested this for Wheel of Struggle last season, but I used to play a lot of a puzzle game called Ultimate Spin Doctor, where you
That's
play
a
a clock
great name.
hand. I know. I can't remember what it was originally called, but that's the name that it got when it came to the UK. But you play a little clock hand, and you have to move the clock hand across the arena without getting hit by other clock hands or like bombs and stuff like that. And it can be quite a taxing little puzzle game. But I played so much of that in a single sitting that when I shut my eyes, all I could see was the clock hand.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like I'd be the same with this. Like a couple of hours of Squeakross with no breaks or anything. Close my eyes, all I can see is squares of cheese.
It's the Tetris effect. I get it from
I was about to say.
Puyo Puyo, and most predominantly in my life, I've had it the most from Guitar Hero, because the whole idea of the highway house, just like literally you look away from the screen and the middle of your vision is like moving, like pulsating.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah.
It's hell for people with motion sickness.
Oh, I just want to check House Calcifer. Did you mean a Chester egg or did you mean a Cheester egg? Because I Googled, and Google said, did you mean a Cheester egg, which is an Easter egg made entirely of cheese?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, which I didn't even know was an option, but I choose it.
Either.
They are amazing. My mum got me one for Easter a couple of years back now, I think it was. But I'm guessing that's a question for the racers, so I will note it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at Cheester eggs right now.
I remember I went to the Christmas market one year, and they had a lot of cheese-related products. I saw that someone was selling these baubles that you could hang on your Christmas tree that was just like a giant wax-covered ball of cheese. It was just like a giant cheese sphere that you just hung on your tree. And then once Christmas was over, you could just like take it off and eat it.
That would not survive in my house. If the dogs didn't get to it, I certainly would.
No. Yeah, it might be a terrible idea if you've got like pets.
Cheester egg.
They are really, really nice, but hell for the diet.
Yeah, this is the thing I would worry about, is that like I have no, like, it's easier for me to stay away from the thing than go, ooh, I'll just have a nice little morsel of the thing. I would sit and eat a Cheester egg in one session, and then I would feel very ill for a while.
That's what I did.
I'm not looking at these Cheester eggs, but are they like the size of like, are they size of like a regular egg, or are they like giant?
They look to be about the size of an egg, yeah.
Okay.
They're the size of a small Easter egg.
Okay. So like a cream egg size.
No.
No? Okay, bigger. Oh my goodness.
Bigger. Yeah.
Wow.
So think like a Smarties Easter egg or something like that.
Oh, okay.
That sort of size.
Because that's significantly more cheese than I was imagining in my head.
And
I thought it was
solid.
like a bite-sized thing. You just like chew.
Right, I'm going to have to cut us all off here because it's time to pause our races, so I'm going to unmute them all. Undeafen them all, and then tell them to pause. Hello everybody, this is Garlips. If you can hear me, please, I need you to pause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. And I am going to drag Amara out and back in again, because Amara can't hear us. Amara, could you also please pause? We dragged you out and in again. There we go. Okie dokie, let me pause the timer. We will head over to our break screen, and we'll be back in a few.
Did that excite you?
Hello everybody, we are back. We've just had our second of 2 breaks. We are revitalized, rejuvenated, and ready to begin again. But before we do that, we have some questions from chat that Hobbytan has been taking down. Hobbytan, if you would be so kind.
Absolutely. So our first question comes to you from Adrian's Revenge, who asks, do you agree that we should be able to claim more delicious Wheel of Struggle cards each stream?
Gambling.
Chat may have a problem.
What's
I
the
personally
economy like?
disagree.
We can't have card hyperinflation be devalued.
I'm hearing we
That's a
want
good point.
1 card per stream.
Yep.
Yeah, we should limit them to 1.
I think Adrian was expecting support, but is instead getting cut off.
It's okay, Ads, I support you.
This is an intervention, Adrian.
Let's go gambling.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up. Second question.
Before that, Ads says, DMAC, I like you, but we're going to have problems. You may actually suffer Adrian's revenge.
I had 99 problems and now Ads is 1.
I just want to say, congratulations to House Calcifer, Hobbytan's mum, on gaining cards.
Yay!
Congrats.
I'm so sorry.
Wait.
Yeah. One
And-
of us.
Speaking of my mum, our second and final question comes to you from my mum, House Calcifer, who asks, have you ever had a Cheester egg?
What though? I mean,
A Cheester egg is an Easter egg about the size of like a Smarties Easter egg, but it is made entirely of cheese.
I'd say no, but I mean, intrigued by the concept of it. I've never seen one. And
Surely that's
No.
illegal.
This was a revelation to me as well. But a quick
Well-
Google search proved that it's a real thing.
Yeah, if it's illegal to enjoy a Cheester egg, then, well, I don't want to be right.
I also have a question, actually.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Ooh.
I have a question not to the runners, but about the runners' rats,
Oh.
because we've been seeing them a lot, and I
Oh, yeah.
wanted to know about these rats and their like personality and motivation, so I can be more invested in the race. So I was gonna ask each runner if you could, like, in one word, describe the personality of your rat. What would it be?
We'll go
Gay.
in.
in one word, okay. I mean, my
That's a good
that's
answer.
totally right vibrating. I mean, I don't know what.
And that's called a boggle.
Yep. It
We were
means they're
discussing this
excited.
earlier.
My
Is there
one word
anyone's-
is freezer.
Freezer?
I don't think it needs any explanation.
Voracious.
Why am I just imagining D-Max rat bursting into rooms going, hello, monkeys?
I set mine to happy, which I go it just living his best life.
Love that.
My one word was pretty easy to think of, and it's gay.
Yes.
I love all the little pride things. It's the only thing keeping me going.
Yeah, same.
Maybe we'll see some rat yowie by the end of this.
Oh my.
Well, we have been talking about doing drawings as well, so yeah, maybe. Well,
How do you know it's yaoi?
Is that the
Could
season
be Yuri.
5 paint
Could be Yuri.
challenge?
Could be Yuri.
Oh no. Please don't put Rat Yuri in the season 5 paint challenge.
Well, I will leave it to Floof.
Floof, please
I'm
don't put
begging
Rat
you.
Yuri.
Do it, Floof.
Just think of the trading cards.
Oh no.
Well, I'm so glad we got to the bottom of those questions, both from chat and from Rando. We only have an hour left to go. We are going to get you started on that journey, and we will be checking in with you in just a short while when it's finished. The one thing I will tell you about the way the end of the race is going to work, much like the previous pauses we've done, I will deafen you all. I will announce the end of the time, and you will stop exactly where you are. And then what will happen is I will deafen you all again, and we will check in one by one with you to get your full level count, if that makes sense. So just hang fire. You'll hear me, then you won't hear me, then you'll hear me again. But I promise it's going to be okay. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, we will continue our race then, if everybody's ready, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Good luck.
Good luck.
I will say, I now have Rat Yowie in my search history.
Oh boy.
I'm incredibly surprised as to how much content there is. This is like never
Really?
ending.
I am not surprised.
Yeah, me either.
In fact, the other day, just for a laugh, for some reason, I think it was it Adrienne brought up in the Wheel of Struggle Discord Clippy, and just in my mind, I thought, oh, I bet there's a load of Clippy porn. I went and looked, and I did not take long to find it.
Scarlips, why? Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I was going to post one of the tamer ones in the chat, but there were no real tame ones.
Of course, there was no tame ones. People are so thirsty for Clippy, and I blame Gen AI.
Yeah, absolutely.
ChatGPT has made people thirsty for Clippy.
I think they've got good taste. Clippy's such a gentleman.
He is. He asks before he starts fucking with your work.
Exactly.
Adrian's Revenge. Why did my brain even go there? You're on Team Clappers. Don't come at me with this.
Yeah. He's got a point there, Ads.
But yes, it was Rule 34, if you're wondering. And yeah, now that's on my search history, so...
So it's a good thing that we brought this up after your mother's left the stream.
Oh no, she's fine with this stuff.
Oh, okay. We're past the watershed. It's okay. We can talk about this.
No, my mum's super chill. I'm not going to get into some of the more interesting stories where that's concerned, because this is not the stream for that. We're here to enjoy some Picross racing.
Yeah, let's look at the funny rat game.
Yes. Auto-modded twice in one stream. One more and you've got the trifecta Ads. But yeah, mum's chill. You can talk about naughty things in front of my mum. She's chill.
Also, if you do need to jet off because you've got that early start, House Calcifer, it's been a pleasure to have you here, so thank you.
Yeah, what she's going to do is she's going to be listening to us whilst she goes to sleep, so... Sweet dreams, ma'am.
Now I'm wondering what would be worse for your dreams, consuming large quantities of cheese or just us talking.
Yes.
That's the thing we can talk about, is apparently if you eat cheese before you go to bed, you get bad dreams.
Yeah, that's the way the legend goes.
It's not specifically cheese.
Oh.
I know the science behind this one. It's rich food. So rich food takes more for your body to process, and as a result, your body does weird stuff in the process of trying to process it while you're asleep. So if you eat rich food too close to going to sleep, one, it's probably going to give you heartburn, especially if you're my age or older. And two, it is likely to upset your circadian rhythms.
Yeah, Google AI says, eating right before bed can lead to vivid dreams or nightmares. This is because heavy meals speed up your metabolism and raise your body temperature, which disrupts your sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say is that whenever I've eaten cheese before going to bed, I've not had bad dreams. I've had awesome dreams.
Me too.
So I've not experienced the nightmare aspect of that.
Oh, you just reminded me of a very old meme. Sweet dreams are made
A
of
vintage
cheese.
meme.
Who am
Who am
I to
I
disagree?
to disagree?
Ah.
I know the next one was traveled the world for the feta cheese, but I can't remember what comes after
It's
it.
like
I didn't realize
everybody's
this is a full song. I've only heard that one lyric.
everybody's
Oh yeah, it's basic.
looking for Gouda? No.
Is it Stilton?
Yeah, something like that. Hang on. Sweet dreams are made of cheese.
Oh goodness.
Whilst you're googling that, would you like a rat fact?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, rats are very sociable and altruistic. They will cuddle up with their own kind and humans quite happily. And when a member of their colony is injured or sick, they take care of them and nurse them back to health.
Aww.
Oh, very wholesome.
They say that's the true mark of civilization, right? It's like when they found caveman bones that had like been broken but healed. It basically showed that humans had come together as a society enough to care for the sick, so that they had enough time to heal. And just knowing that rats are like equal, if not better than us, makes a lot of sense.
I would say better.
Yep. And there we go. I've copy pasted it into chat. You were right. It was Stilton.
It was Stilton. Yay! My ability to recall memes has not been destroyed by my age.
We're gonna have in like probably about 100 years from now, we're gonna have like meme historians.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, this is Dr. Alex, who is a professor of meme history.
Memology, yeah.
It's memology, yeah. They already exist.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, you can do degrees in memology.
And they get them as a talking head on the documentary, and they walk in with those 8-bit sunglasses.
We have an interesting development in the race.
Ooh.
Yoshi is going back through the previous pages.
Oh. So Yosh is gonna have to be tackling lots of big puzzles now.
Yes.
And I suppose, well, you know, the size of a puzzle, the bigger the puzzle, it usually would make it harder. But I suppose there are small puzzles that might be harder than big puzzles, because like if there's a lot of like really obvious rows and columns in a big puzzle, it could just make the puzzle really easy.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I guess the smaller ones aren't necessarily easier because they could be more like complex to solve.
Yeah, I think sometimes the bigger puzzles just take longer to solve because there's more things to fill in, rather than because
true.
they are difficult.
That is true.
Eagerly awaiting DMAC finishing this puzzle so I can check on which page he's on.
Is it a globe?
It's a moon lamp.
It's
I
a
have
moon.
lamp now. That's no moon. Page 10, okay.
Well, I suppose it would make sense for the moon lamp to be made of cheese.
Yes, it would. Everyone knows the moon lamp's made of cheese. My moon lamp is not made of cheese. It is made of hard plastic. Don't ask me how I know that.
And so
I can make it glow yellow, actually.
Page 12.
Olive is on page 12, yeah.
Space TV. What is differentiating a regular TV from a space TV?
I guess, positioning of the TV.
That is true, yeah.
But to be fair as well, again, we are all technically in space right now. We're just on a planet in space. We're still in space.
Maybe one day I'll grow up from a randomized TV and I can become a space TV.
Dream big.
I wonder what the training program to become a space TV is like. You'll have to tell us.
Yeah, I'll have to go through it. You have to be able to connect to channels from other planets.
Wow. Yes. I believe in you. You've got this. But yeah, it is completely impossible to tell what place Yoshi is in right now, because not only are they going back through previous pages to do the bigger puzzles that they haven't done yet, they're not staying on a single page and finishing everything there. They're flicking between them and just picking which puzzle they want to do next.
Oh.
I think that is really going to hurt their time, though, because they are spending a lot of time ostensibly menuing.
I wonder if Yosh is just going for whatever they think is like the most interesting piece of furniture.
A vibes-based approach.
Yosh is just thinking about how can I decorate this rat's house to be the best possible house for this rat.
The Achaea strat.
Yosh is like considering like the feng shui of all these items of furniture and how they can fit together.
I shall focus on the credenza. Thanks, Eds. I do love the music for Squeakross as well. It's cheerful but not in your face.
Yeah, I think everything about this game is just
delightful.
Wholesome vibes, nice, calming, cute.
Yeah, but especially the boggling.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think we're about to see from Steven's rodent.
Yep.
Oh no, that snack was not exciting enough.
No snack can satisfy Steven's rat.
I have some very exciting news.
Ooh.
The Squeakross Home Squeak Home soundtrack is available for purchase on Steam.
Oh, wonderful. Do you get the little rat sounds as ambiance that you can just like
Oh,
play in
I
the
wish.
background?
Honestly, I wish there were more games that you could run through the Telltale sound extractor. Don't know if anyone's heard of that tool, but it was a tool designed specifically for Telltale games so that you could pull voice lines out of them.
Oh, cool.
And it works on basically every Telltale game.
Oh, that's fun.
For the longest time, because I had access to the sound extractor, my text messaging alert on my phone was GLaDOS saying your hand has apparently been possessed by a marketing department, which is from her stint as the dealer in Poker Night at the Inventory.
Oh, awesome.
2, I think it was. But yeah, I wish you could extract the little incidental sounds. We got a boggle! From more games like that. I just love watching them boggle. It's so cute. But yes, for less than £5, you can get the entire Squeakross soundtrack. Like £4.23, I think it was.
Yeah, and someone will have to extract like the various little rat noises from this game and then make one of those YouTube videos where it's like 1 hour of silence, occasionally broken up by like cute rat squeaking.
Yes. That person may end up being me.
Yeah, or the devs of this game, if you're watching, make your rat sounds available to us.
Yes.
Welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Fallen Thespian, with the party 4. Thank you for choosing us. We are currently conducting a mystery Picross race between 5 players. We have just over 45 minutes left to run on this race, and we're playing a game called Squeakross, a delightful Picross game based around mice and rats.
And in honor of the raid, how about a rat fact?
Hell yeah.
So, you'll love this one. Rats have been proven to be suckers for peer pressure, disregarding learned experience and even eating food they find unpalatable if the company of other rats who like those foods or activities.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So they will just go with whatever the crowd is doing.
They just want
just
to
so they fit in. Yeah.
That's adorable. What are you playing, Fallen Thespian, by the way? I hope you had a good stream. And what did we pronounce for you? Was it Squeakross? Picross?
I think it was Squeakross, yeah.
If you're new here, this is StruggleR. We're a group sort of made up from people from another group called the Wheel of Struggle, and what we do is we put on speedrun races. This is season 4 of our speedrun races, and this is currently, as I said, the Mystery Picross race. We've got a bunch of other races coming up, so pull up a pew, and at the end of the race, we'll run through what's remaining for season 4. And there are quite a few gems, if I do say so myself, so yeah. Pull up a seat. We would love to have you. Drop us a follow as well, and you'll never miss a race. Surviving Mars, in honor of it being too hot here. It is way too hot here. Escaping to Mars seems like a good idea at this point.
As long as Elon's not there.
Yeah, with that proviso, of course.
We can Elon can have the core of Mars. Elon can live in the center of Mars, and we can all live on the surface.
And can't he stay here?
I think it's probably more secluded in the core of Mars than on Earth, I'd say.
Okay, can he just hang out with all the detritus in space instead?
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Elon can have Elon can have his own planet.
He can have the space around his satellites.
Yeah, that's fine.
Surviving Mars is kind of like an RTS kind of building city thing. Interesting.
The rains are on their way, hopefully next week. Oh, excellent. He can be in space with no helmet. Yeah, that's my thinking too.
Yeah, I know, but watch this, all right? We just saw Adrian's Revenge say in chat he can be in space with a helmet. Adrian, what if Elon Musk promised you 1,000 cards? Then what?
Oh, that's evil, Garlips.
I'm just trying something out.
Elon Musk makes a post on Twitter saying, whatever Bitcoin you send me, I'll give you double that in card pulls.
Well done, Ads. I'm proud of you.
I am too.
And Stevens Rodent is also proud of you. You can tell because it's boggling again.
Steven's making a fancy fridge.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if it's one of those smart ones with the display on it.
I find those so confusing. Like, if I need to know what I'm missing from my fridge, I open it.
Yeah. But
Why would I pay a couple of £100 extra for the fridge to tell me when I can just look for myself?
But then you can watch like Subway Surfers on your fridge.
I was gonna say,
Or
like,
play Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could play Doom.
in the 10 seconds that you spend in front of the fridge door, you could fire up a game of, well, Doom, yeah.
Fire up a game of Squeakross.
Yeah.
That's like how you stop yourself from eating too much cheese, is to open the fridge, you have to solve a Picross puzzle.
This is the kind
You
of
see,
thing
that
that gets
wouldn't be
me
a problem for me. That'd be like double rewards.
that just gets me hopelessly addicted to playing Squeakross on my fridge door.
Yeah.
You have to like file a tax return before you can eat the cheese.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
interested now.
Yeah, that would work.
I feel like you and me, Garlips, if our lives were survival horrors, we'd be fine. We'd just stay out of the way and solve the puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd just survive.
But if
we wouldn't
it's-
deal with any of the monsters.
If it's tedious admin, yeah, just kill me now.
The only time I want to play tedious admin is when it's Papers, Please.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fun they make it.
Oh, it really is. Have you played Not Tonight?
No, I haven't.
It's Papers, Please, but you're a bouncer for a bar.
Oh, that's fun.
And you get so many teenagers coming in with fake IDs or, like, trying to do the whole Hot Fuzz thing. When's your birthday?
Yeah.
This date? What year?
Every year. Get out.
That sounds fun. I'd like to give that a go.
There's 2 of them as well, so...
Oh.
And they have an overarching, very interesting UK-focused plot. The Graham Girl. Crusty Juggler. Speaking in tongues with Adrian's Revenge here.
Wow. There's a lot of X's on Umaro's board there.
Yeah, that is an angry-looking board.
That's very, I feel like that makes the puzzle so much harder, though, is having so few cheese blocks on the board.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it feels a bit demoralizing when you get a puzzle like that as well, because you look at it and think, am I doing something wrong here?
Yeah. Stephen making a nice desk. It's a good thing
And
that
that's a page complete.
yeah, it's a good thing that Stephen didn't order that from IKEA. Otherwise, it would have come Rat Pack.
Hey.
Bravo!
I had that. I was like thinking of like, oh, I need to think of a good rat joke. I had that one. I had that one. I was waiting for the opportune time to use it.
Adrian's Revenge also winning her battle against the auto mod there. Instigating it 3 times.
Oh, there we go. That's what the shape with all the X's was. It was the pride flag. Because the like
Oh.
flagpole is so thin.
Yep. Makes sense. Did we catch what page Amara's on at the moment? Still 10 or 11 now?
Too involved with the pride flag. I forgot to actually see what page it was.
Let's unpack this a bit, Adrian. You've had some cider, right? Get that. And you've been colouring. What have you been colouring in? Please tell me that it is rat-based Yuri or Yaoi.
I was gonna
Or
say.
hentai. We'll
Oh
let the
my
straights have
gosh.
their moment too.
There's a lot of people who pay good money for that.
Oh, lovely.
Well, I'm glad that you're
No.
doing something way more, wholesome than we were thinking.
And still rodent related.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something.
capybaras are rodents. I looked this up earlier when you asked about what the favorite rodent was because I didn't know any rodents apart from rats and mice.
Yep. Capybaras are, if I'm not mistaken, the world's largest rodents.
Wow, okay.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with a colouring book, though I do need you to provide me with a link for this cozy capybara colouring book, because I think I need one too.
I was never a coloring book person. I think it's because whenever I do art, I always struggle with coloring in, so I tend to just make stuff 2 colors, so I don't have to worry about it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
I always struggled with picking colors that like look nice together.
Could be argued that they don't have to look nice.
I suppose that's true. You know, there's sometimes beauty in like mismatched colors.
Yeah. Like part of colour theory is using colours from opposite sides of the wheel because they are... Can't remember what the proper term is, but they do kind of clash, but in a pleasant way.
Oh.
You know this stuff, right, Garlips?
Yeah,
You do what?
like a juxtaposition. So
Yeah. Like blue and yellow should not work together, but they really do.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic and Tails.
Exactly.
And like the StruggleR logo.
Yeah. Now that you mention
exactly like that, yeah. Welcome back, Mr. Internet. Who's winning? Chat are winning.
Yes.
Because they get to watch this fantastic race.
And I have cheese, so I guess I'm winning too.
I need to get myself some nice cheese and put it on some toast later.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Have a little bit of a midnight snack and then have some incredible dreams.
And ads because auto mod achievements. Yep, very true. Very true. Everybody's winning. We're all winners. Steven's rodent is boggling again. Such a happy little guy.
I wonder, is it like boggling when you like fill in a like big chunk of the puzzle? Do you get like really excited?
I think it does, yeah.
When you put on a lot of cheese on the board, it's like, whoa, oh my goodness.
Well, Mr. Mountain, the one thing you don't know for sure is that not everyone has been playing the pages in their entirety. Some have been skipping puzzles, and so you can't even take the page that they're on for granted in terms of whereabouts they are in the race.
Yeah. Though I think Olive is still technically in the lead, Mr. Matt.
I think so.
Because Amaro's only just got to page 12, and Olive's been on it for long enough that I forgot when I updated it.
Olive looking like they're making like a very flat slice of bread with a face on it. I'm trying to figure out what some of these shapes are before they actually come into view of like once the puzzle is actually completed.
Yeah,
That's half the fun sometimes.
One of Olive's last ones was an orange slice, and in my head I was going beach ball. And
Ah.
Yes, Mr. Matt, Amaro, and Olive are on the same page, but Olive has done more puzzles on it. Who did you put your points on, Mr. Matt? Let's have a look.
On Umaro, it seems.
Ah, so you've got a vested interest in Amaro coming first, I see.
Well, in that case, Umaro is definitely late.
Ads may have betted on the wrong pony. I deliberately didn't bet on the pony I wanted to bet on so that I could help the economy.
Oh.
But that may have worked out in my favor.
I am quite happy about the fact that I am an agnostic when it comes to this poll, this wager rather, because I'm the one who sets it. I cannot gamble. So,
Who would you have gambled on if you could have done?
Honestly, it probably would have been DMAC based on knowing that he'd been practicing on this game specifically. I also figured that Amara was good. I also figured that Olive was good. No discredit to Yosh or Steven, but yeah, I probably would have bet on one of those three, and it probably would have been DMAC, in all fairness.
Yeah.
And then you would have rigged the game in DMAC's favor.
Are you trying to suggest that the wheel rigs things?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Well, no, because otherwise that snake race would have gone very differently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have empirical proof.
You've got to rig one or two of them in the opposite direction just to throw people off the scent.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Incidentally, I'd love to do that snake race again. I had a well of a time with that. I feel like I might even manage to practice more if we do it again.
I'd definitely be up for doing a rematch.
Ooh, okay.
I've got so many races I need to practice for already for next season. I've committed to so much stuff already. I need to stop.
Yeah, I might have to be a bit more choosy next season.
I think that's a good idea because you have a lot of weight on your shoulders just running the whole damn thing.
Can do. I want to see everything get done, you know? I don't want people to be disappointed they don't get to run the race, you know, and no one else is there, so I'm like, okay, but yeah, I might have to start getting a bit more ruthless.
Yeah. And there are other people that are more than happy to put their hands up and get involved in things if you are short on people. Like, I'm always happy to commentate for stuff, and I know DMAC's always happy to run in races as long as he's available. So,
yeah, absolutely.
You know, lean on us. That's what we're here for.
I shall do.
Oh, that was interesting. Guess Amara wasn't happy with how that puzzle was going. We got a restart there.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of the players restart on a puzzle that they seemingly have a lot of progress on. But it's like with whenever I'm doing Sudoku, sometimes like you get to a point in the Sudoku and you realize that you've got like an impossible situation where you must have made a mistake somewhere. And sometimes in those cases, it's really hard to find out where you went wrong. Because if you went wrong very early in the puzzle, then you may have put in a lot of incorrect information. And so in some cases, it can just be quicker to start over.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have that with logic grids sometimes as well. So it's definitely something that happens with pretty much any kind of puzzle. I think I may not have read that right, but I think Olive's onto page 13 now.
Oh, wow.
I know Yoshi's on to 14, but is still skipping harder puzzles, so... I think they actually only went back through prior pages to get enough points to unlock page 14.
Ah, that makes sense. Steven's Rockets board is looking like a slice of cheese like melting down the screen.
I think this is the clothes era.
Oh,
Mhm.
you know what? It's right. You're right. I have seen this like 4 other times. I recognize it now.
Mm.
Oh, and D-Max doing the pride flag. See, I can like
Yay.
see what they're all doing now. Because I know that the other ones have done some of those puzzles.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Yosh is doing. It looks like an ostrich.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, like the bottom half of an ostrich.
It also looks like if the character Woodstock from Peanuts got very tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now it looks even more like a long-legged bird. It's like it's bending down to pick something up off the floor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's like one of those like lawn flamingos.
Oh, Yoshi wasn't happy with any of that.
DMAC getting close to the end of page 11 now.
There are like a lot of different televisions in this game. I've noticed. I think there's been at least like 4 or 5 different styles of TV.
Yeah.
You can have. You could have like an entire room filled with nothing but TVs. It'd be like a surveillance room. Like a Five Nights at Freddy's type thing.
Yeah, Amaro is catching up with Olive now. Unless Olive is on page 13. Need to wait for her to finish this puzzle so that I can check.
I think you said she was, but
Yeah, I think she is, but video's showing me her screen quite small, so
yeah,
it's hard to read things sometimes.
I'm sure we'll get the confos soon because it looks like she's almost done with this puzzle.
Yeah.
Steven's rocket is on like a 20 by 15 puzzle. I think that's the biggest one I've noticed so far. I'm not sure we've had much bigger than that.
I think there was a 25 by 15 at one point,
Oh,
or
wow.
a 15 by 25. But yeah, I don't think there's anything that goes higher than 25 in this game.
These
might
puzzles
be
have
wrong.
definitely been getting much larger as the game has been going on.
Yeah.
What is All of You Games' thing going to be? Is this like a pistachio?
I'm
Good
gonna
question.
Drum. Oh, it's
It's
a chair.
a chair. It's a
Ah.
space chair.
It's like a little cozy,
That is page 13 finished.
just sit in there and be surrounded by
So
space.
she's on page 14 now. So we've got Olive on page 14.
I think
with
that is
no
the puzzle that
skips.
Yoshi's doing because it's the space. lamp
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yosh has just finished this one.
Yeah, so
So-
Yosh is on 14 with skips. Olive is on 14 without skips.
Yosh very excited to see that aromantic flag in the sticker pop up.
I didn't catch what page DMAC's on, but he has just had the enforced cutscene to go into the new area of his house. So we can see him making some assumptions about this being a symmetrical puzzle at the moment. Let's hope that doesn't bite him in the ass.
It seems to be working out. I suppose you can tell if a puzzle is symmetrical by, like, if all of the numbers at the top are symmetrical, does that necessarily mean that the puzzle has to be symmetrical?
No, it does not.
No, okay.
And there are puzzle designers out there that do like to catch people out with that exact trick.
Ah, yeah, and we can see this isn't a symmetrical puzzle because of
Yep.
the 2, 2, 2, 2, 3 at the bottom means that there has to be some difference between the left and the right side.
Yep. But he seems to have managed to get past that quite nicely. So
And then you have like the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 right in the middle. That might just be able to be filled in.
yep. Looks like he's cleared it out pretty quick.
There you go. And what's this gonna be?
It's a keyboard.
It's a toy piano. Oh wait, that's like the one from the meme of the rat like playing on the toy keyboard.
Yep.
I just noticed. I think I saw someone else get that one, and I thought it was a bit random of a thing to put in the game, but I understand it now.
That's DMAC onto page 12. So we've got Steven's Rocket, who I believe is still on page 9. He might be on page 10 by now, but we'll have to check after this level complete. DMAC just making his way onto page 12. Amaro well into page 12, coming up on page 13. Olive on page 14, and Yoshi on page 14, but having skipped several puzzles. So again, we still don't really know where Yoshi is in the running.
Oh, Mara just having completed a fan, that'll be really useful in this temperature.
It really would. Unfortunately, Nick, one of my dogs, is terrified of fans. So we've not been able to have any of the fans we have in the house on during the heat wave. Cheese!
We got cheese. We made cheese out of cheese.
Wow, I didn't think that was possible.
Oh yeah, we can see at the top on Yoshi's like page select, the pages have like check marks if you've completed all of the pages on it. So
Yep.
Yosh has only completed all of the puzzles on I think like 5 or 6 of the pages.
Thank you for catching that, because I can note that down. Gives us a much better understanding of where exactly they are.
Yeah, so we can see like we should be able to see the like little dots below the page number for the other players to see if they've been skipping any levels as well.
Well, I'm pretty positive that Olive hasn't skipped a single level. I don't think DMAC has either. And I've not seen Steven skipping any either. I think, with the exception of Yoshi, everybody is just going through them in order.
Yeah, that's what I've been that's what I've been assuming as well.
They've probably weighed up that they think skipping through harder puzzles to get more easy ones done is just going to slow them down in the long run. Especially seeing as you need to have a certain amount of points to unlock pages.
I think as well, if I was doing this race, I probably just wouldn't even have considered the idea that skipping puzzles is a thing. Like, I only realized that you can actually do that when Yoshi was doing it, so
Yeah.
some of these players might just be assuming that they're not able to skip the puzzles.
Yeah. I do think there's... I mean, we know DMAX played this before, so I think he is probably thinking tactically that it is going to be a waste of time to have to skip back through pages. He does tend to think like that anyway. Especially seeing as the winner isn't being calculated based on the amount of pages, but the amount of actual puzzles completed.
Right.
I mean, if number of pages was a tiebreaker, then I could see that being...
savvy strategy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, No offense, Garlips, but it does feel like the kind of thing you would do if you were in this race.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Thinking about your pinning of Chaos Emeralds for the ring randomizer.
Yeah, because I mean, it's all like, how do I say it? The races that we have are usually a testament of people's skill, and that's how it should be. But occasionally tactics creep in, and I feel like that's the Goldilocks zone, is when people are thinking not just how do I do this the best, but how do I outfox the people who are also playing this at the same time as me? Do I go for this thing that's optional, will help me a lot, may speed up my gameplay later on, but, you know, in the instant will cost me time? Things like that. So I feel like things like that are really fun. And so, yeah. I would be thinking, how can I min-max the amount of levels completed as quickly as possible? And the answer would be play short levels. So I would probably be adopting a similar strategy to Yosh, to be honest.
Oh, it looks like DMAC and Amaro are playing the same level.
Oh.
Oh, no, they're not. Just very similar start points, but the numbers on the bottom row are different. And I think, are the sizes different too? Yeah, the sizes are different. Never mind. It's so hard to read some of this stuff when the screens are tiny.
Vertical pillar is in a slightly different place as well.
Ah, so it is.
What the hell is Olive drawing?
Squished fly?
Looks like an explosion.
Does a little bit, doesn't it? I have no idea what that could be. Mr. Matt feeling that this is going to be a close finish?
I think so. And the really fun part is that usually, with most of our races, there are people who are, you know, they finish, and so they're told that they finished, and so they're told their placement. And so there aren't many surprises. But here, every single racer isn't going to know how they're done until we move to the podium.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I like when races turn out like that.
Yosh making some cookies?
Another thing I was thinking about as well, when you were talking about like doing the levels out of order, another consideration for like a tactic you could use is trying to do all of the puzzles of a similar size at once. Like doing all the 10 by 10 puzzles together. Because you're probably going to see a lot of similar like numbers and patterns between all the 10 by 10 puzzles.
Yeah, and slowly ramping up would be easier on your brain.
That as well.
It's like doing stretches before you go for a run. I'm even less sure of what it is Olive's drawing now.
It looks like the Earth.
Yeah, I'm going to go beach ball again.
Oh, it does kind of look like a beach ball. It's like got some kind of like symmetry with like the spokes coming out of the center.
I'm thinking it's the Eye of Sauron.
Maybe.
It's probably not.
I mean, that would be a pretty crazy twist to this game.
Jokes, it's another orange. Thanks, ads. It could be another orange. DMAC with his biggest fan there.
I've really enjoyed just seeing all the different objects.
It was a cushion! A space cushion.
Ah!
Is that the cushion you sit on in your space pants?
Maybe. Or maybe it's
just going for some classic memes today.
It's like they made like the space pen to work in space. So it's a cushion that works in space because a regular cushion wouldn't work in space or something.
Yeah, I mean, you could just take a pencil instead of the pen.
That's true. That's what the Russians ended up doing.
Yep. And they saved a lot of money doing it. Mara making a TV? Yep.
Amara's
Nice little space TV.
Two
That's a
puzzles ahead,
space
Mr.
TV.
Manson. Do you really think so, or are you coping right now?
Amaro is on page 12.
Yeah, that's not even page... What, Olive's on 14 now?
Yep.
And Amaro has done all of the puzzles from the other pages, it seems.
Yes.
I think Mr. Mansonet may be coping with his wager.
He is coping and hopefully not seething.
Well, we don't know. In the next 10 minutes, Olive could do like -4 puzzles.
Yeah, because you go like you count down in negative when you're launching off to space, right?
Exactly.
T minus.
I was thinking like Olive would start helping the other racers with their puzzles. What is Yosh making here?
A mess?
Yeah, it just kind of looks like a bunch of clothes on the floor.
It's bedding floor.
It is a
okay.
floor. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count. I managed to count before they disappeared 4 completed pages for Yosh.
4. Okay.
I could be wrong.
At most, Yosh, like if we give Yosh like the best possible outcome for Yosh is that Yosh is missing like 1 per page.
Yep. And I think
would
there's
mean-
usually between 6 and 8 puzzles per page.
So that would mean that Yosh is like has a deficit of, let's say, like 8 puzzles over the other racers right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna joke and say space palm tree, and then it was a fucking space palm tree.
It's a space palm tree. It's a palm tree that can work in space.
Oh.
Because regular palm trees can't.
Olive's coming up on my favorite piece of rodent headwear, though. The puzzle after this one is the fabled cheese hat.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Yeah,
Olive,
we saw Yosh do that one earlier.
Yes.
Olive has 8 minutes.
DMAC seems to be making a Sudoku.
More flooring? More flooring.
Oh.
Retro space floor. DMAC still on page 12.
It looks like one of those like arcade game machines where you have to step on the buttons on the floor.
A little bit, yeah. I actually did some DDR, not with DMAC, but with our friend when we were all out drinking the other weekend. And I won, which made me feel very pleased because it's been a while since I've actually done DDR. Play a lot of Stepmania, but have not had the opportunity to actually get my dance mats out in a while.
Whenever I play like games like that, I usually just like pick a song really hard, and then like I usually just like end up missing like pretty much everything. But then I stop looking at the arrows and just like dance and pretend like I'm doing really good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
You know how some people have like you know, when they look at food, they're like, "Oh my god, give me all of the food," and then their stomach is tiny and they eat like 2 bites of it. I'm like that with DDR. It's like my physiology does not support the desire I have to like. Oh yes, I remember when I could do this 10 years ago, and I played it on hard, and no, I cannot do it anymore. If I do,
When I was your age, I used to play DDR.
Exactly. I mean, some of it doesn't go away. Like, you know, I know not to stand in the center and things like that, but
yeah.
As I get older, that little backrest that you lean on, I've been using it more and more.
But that's what it's there for. And if you watch the professionals, they're always holding on to it.
Yeah, I hold on to it more as a kind of like survivor of the Titanic kind of way.
As a life preserver.
Yeah.
You're like holding on to it like you're on a roller coaster.
Mr.
The thing is, Garlic,
it's amazing.
You could be holding on to it for dear life, but pretending like it's pro strats, and no one would know the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I just genuinely hope that that's what people took away from watching whatever it was that happened. I can still whip out the old Guitar Hero though and show off a bit. So I've got that at least in my old age.
Oh, that's Amaro onto page 13.
Yeah, Amara just unlocking that bagel.
Yeah, which it lists as a loop hat. It's very clearly a bagel hat. Or a donut hat. But either way, it's a hat. BMAC making the space TV.
Oh, Yash has made a guitar? No.
Spatula.
Yeah, I was about to say space guitar.
I guess we've moved away from the space theme, as Yash is now on chef's items.
Yep. So Yash is on to page 16, again with skips. Need to remind everybody of that.
Oh, Yash is stuck in a tutorial now.
Yeah, so maybe, interestingly, maybe that tutorial hits after a certain amount of completions.
Yeah, it must do, because everybody else has already had it.
Ah.
I would have thought it was after a certain amount of pages, but clearly not.
I guess it's dependent on the amount of like things that you have that you can put in your home.
Yeah, that would make
Stuff
sense
like-
because you do get crowded very quickly.
So maybe stuff like cosmetic stuff like hats doesn't actually count towards you seeing that tutorial. So maybe because Yash has
possibly.
been going for the smaller items, maybe a lot of those are cosmetic items that wouldn't have counted towards that.
Ooh.
It could also
Yeah.
be because it's smaller items, they just count less.
That is true as well, yeah.
But we are approaching the 3-minute mark. Just 3 minutes left of this race now.
Gosh. That's come round so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's been entertaining. I've been
Really
enjoying
has.
watching these like little pieces of furniture come together. I made an IKEA joke earlier, but it is kind of like watching people assemble IKEA furniture. Making these like puzzles come together.
If I'm not mistaken, there are actually speedruns for
Yeah.
assembling IKEA furniture as well.
They're amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yep.
awesome.
People will speedrun anything. You can speedrun baking as well.
Oh, I have seen those ones where people speedrun like the fastest to bake a dozen cookies.
Yeah. I am sorely tempted to try that, because I do really like baking. But also I don't want to turn one of my few non-streamed joys into another thing that I stream.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. Like there are some multiplayer games where I've been really tempted to speedrun them, but I was worried that if I speedrun them, then like whenever I play them with my friends, I'm just gonna be like way better at it than they are, and it's gonna take all the fun out of it for them.
Yeah.
Stephen's going to get this one finished. Good for him.
Yeah. Unlikely that he's going to be able to finish another one in the time that's left, though.
True.
Unless he's got a small one that he can do.
He looks like it, because he's been taking them in order all this time, he's going to carry on in order.
Yep.
All right. What I'm going to do next is, we're currently at 2:59:15. What I'm going to do is I'm going to undeafen everybody, and I'm also going to throw Amaro out of the room and drag him back in, and then I'm going to do my countdown to the 3 hours. So,
Okie dokie.
All right.
races, you have 8 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please pause. Please stop. The race has come to a finish. What I will be doing now is I'll be checking in with each one of you separately for your total level count. So I think, actually, if you could all just press, anyone who's paused right now in a puzzle, if you could just unpause so that we can see the puzzle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screen cap real quick, just in case we have a tiebreaker situation. Right, if you could all now return to the puzzle menu, I will be checking in with you individually. So please just wait for me to arrive in your ears, and I will ask you what your score is. Okie dokie, have I done this correctly? Let's just double check. Yes. Okay. Amaro, can you hear us?
Yes.
Could you please let me know what your number is out of... can I see it on this menu? It's very small for me.
73.
73 of 444. Let me write that down for you. Okay. 73 of 443. Perfect. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, let's go in player order. So Olive next. Hello, Olive.
Hello.
Could you please let me know what your total puzzles complete is?
I believe it is 84.
84 out of 443. Perfect. Thank you. I'll be back in a moment. Hello, Stephen.
Hello.
Could you please let us know your total complete puzzles, please?
I did them in order. I did 56 completed.
Okie dokie. Yeah, because I think it... Is there a menu it tells you as well?
I'm not sure.
But
I
if
just
you've
want to
been
make
doing
it
them in
easier to
order,
do that.
yeah, that's easy enough. Thank you. All right, 1 second. Back in a moment. We are going to have to find that menu because, well, Yosh, who I'm about to unmute. Hello, Yosh.
Hi.
We need to find the menu that tells you how many puzzles you've done. I can't remember where it is.
It's great.
Try under settings. Oh, I'll tell you what might work, actually. If you go to the main menu, and then you click on your save file, I think it should hopefully tell you. There we go. What does that say? 84?
64.
64.
I also did one challenge level, if that counts.
Well, we'll see if it makes a difference. I will make a note of it.
Okay.
Plus
I did
one
go
challenge.
out my way to solve that, so I don't know.
Okie dokie.
The challenge is just a harder it's a harder version of the same object, but it's still a puzzle.
Okay, I feel like it counts, but yeah, we'll get back to you in a moment.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, and then finally, let's check in with DMAC. Hello, DMAC.
Good evening.
Could you please let us know how many total puzzles you have completed?
That will be a disappointing 70. Thank you.
70 is not disappointing at all. Alrighty. Thank you very much. We'll be back very shortly. Okay, everyone is muted and deafened. So by my count, then I make that Olive first place, Amaro second, DMAC third, Yoshi fourth, and Stephen fifth. Let me just
Correct.
make the changes in the OBS for a second. Right, so...
Are you telling me, Garlips, that you didn't accurately predict the outcome of this race?
Well, I did predict the outcome of this race. It wasn't... I don't think my prediction is correct, but also I realized literally an hour before the race that DMAC was part of the race. And what I do when I make my OBS layouts is that I like delete the stuff that isn't necessary. So I had to make a whole new copy of the master to add DMAC in. So I haven't actually changed any of the placements in this one. But I think I probably put Amaro first. So no, I was probably not right. Right. Okay. So Olive is first.
I feel like we need the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like, tense music.
Right, player 2 is Amaro. Player 3 is DMAC. Player 4 is Yoshi.
Stephen doing a bit of decorating while he waits.
Now they finally get to, you know?
Yeah.
And 5th place goes to Stephen. All right. I think that's all I need to change. Yes, okay.
Ooh. Can you please ask all the racers to take a picture of their rodent for me as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Because only one person has.
All right. I will unmute and undeafen everyone now, though, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yoshi thinks basic chair smells weird. To be fair, it is made of cheese.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Right. What we need you to do before we move away from this screen to the podium is a very important piece of business. We need screen caps of all of your beautiful mice/rats, please. Get yourself into a nice pose. Take a screen cap if you can, or at the very least, leave it on screen so that we can make our own screen cap. And thank you very much.
The game does have a camera mode, so you could go into camera mode and take a picture of your rodent as well.
I'm there right now.
Fantastic.
Look at him.
Where's camera mode? There it is.
Stephen's doing an aerial shot in towards... Oh. We
Oh.
were.
Trying
It's
to
like
get the
a
front
drone
side.
shot.
I don't rotate.
There we go. By the way,
Stephen.
Oh, he moved.
He stands still.
Oh, camera shy.
Right.
You can pause in photo mode.
Doesn't want his photo taken.
How do you even take a photo?
I think you just hide the display and then take a print screen.
Yeah, you can Windows print screen.
Oh, okay.
And that should save to your like default pictures folder, I think.
I put one in the voice chat earlier, but he's not a staff now.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And it's a very fetching scarf.
Thank you all very much. What I'm going to do now is we're going to head over to the podium screen. Exciting.
Oh my goodness.
So, the results are in. We have clear placings. There are no tiebreaker situations, which is what we like because they introduce maths that makes my head hurt. So, we will reveal in reverse order, as is tradition, but I just want everyone to know that we had a fantastic race here today, and everyone put in a fantastic effort. So, no losers here, only winners. With that said, the 5th most winner is, with an impressive 56, it is Stephen's rocket.
Hey.
Absolutely smashed it. Honestly, keeping pace with everyone else. Very good.
I mean, that's impressive. That's about a puzzle every 3 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I go with that.
And given the length of some of those puzzles, that is impressive. Okay, moving on to our 4th place with a fantastic 64 plus 1 challenge level. It is Yoshi.
I did a challenge level.
Quite interestingly, and you'll get a kick out of this watching the race back later races, Yoshi was the only person to adopt the strategy of not completing all of the levels like in a linear fashion before moving on to a different page. Yoshi attacked this thing in a very interesting way.
I can explain it.
Yeah, we
I cast counts.
Oh, okay.
So I played only on grids with a multiple of 5. So the grid lines stay consistent every 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
we did wonder if there was some sort of approach that was kind of like helping you get through them quicker, and that makes a lot of sense.
I was saying
I
was saying that I thought your strategy involved just picking the best furniture and like which furniture like worked best together in the room.
I mean, I did go for the pride flag. I had to.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. Well done. 4th place for a first showing is very strong. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Moving on to 3rd place with an impressive 70 levels completed. It is the one, the only DMAC.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
It was a fun race. We'll definitely do it again.
Incredibly fun to watch. And congratulations all. So now we are left with who came second and who came first. And I know Amaro just can't take the pressure, which I totally understand. We will reveal 2nd place. So, with an impressive number of levels, just a bit ahead of DMAC, it is Amaro. Congratulations, 2nd place with 73 puzzles complete. Amaro, can you hear us?
Yes, I was muted.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, so, yes, 2nd place is a good spot. Yeah,
absolutely. And
I absolutely expected to lose to Olive.
Very close. And well, our 1st place. Starting the race by not feeling very well. I hope you feel a bit better now, because 1st place goes to Olive with an incredibly impressive 84 puzzles completed.
I do feel a bit better now.
We remarked.
I still feel terrible, but 1st place helps.
We did remark on the fact that you completing a nonogram or a Picross puzzle every day has clearly paid off, because it just has ingrained a tremendous logical but also fast attack approach that you took to many of these puzzles, and it was a joy to watch.
Thank you. I want to also say that it's really funny that the one race that I've won this season is the one I didn't practice for.
Well, but in a way,
but you did practice.
I mean, technically it's practice, but like I didn't like dedicate practice time, you know?
Yeah. We still have another race coming up.
I know. We're gonna have to win that one tomorrow.
Yeah. It's not gonna be the only win.
True, but so far.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
And let me has that prediction been paid out already, or should I do that? Let me check.
You should, because I want my points.
No, I'm gonna lose my points.
I'm so sorry. Rip points. There it is. There's the prediction paid out. Olive Shrew.
No, my 10 points.
Absolutely, congratulations, everybody. Such a fun race. Really go back and watch the VOD, because there was a lot of chatter our end as well, and it was just such a joy to watch. We've had such a chill time. So we really appreciate you, and thank you for putting on such a wonderful display for us.
Yay! Thank you for having us.
Okay, well, let's do shoutouts. So we will do them as is tradition in the same order that we just revealed the placements. Steven's Rocket, where can people find you and the things that you do?
Ooh, I just go first. You can find me at twitch.tv/Stevens Rockets, where I sort of play strategy games sometimes, play Party Tech and Sea of Thieves on a Wednesday and Saturday morning at the moment, UK time.
Lovely, fantastic. Yoshi, where can people find you and the things that you do?
Well, I sort of just exist in online spaces such as the We Will Struggle Discord. Wink, wink, not judge. I'm also trying to stream more like frequently. So you can find me there as well. Twitch.tv/Yoshi_12. Yeah.
Fantastic. DMAC, incredible effort. Where can people find you and the things that you do?
Twitch.tv/MDMac. Generally play randomizers when I actually bother to press the go live button. But more frequently this month you will find me on the Wheel of Struggle channel.
You've got
plenty of races still to come.
Disney race coming up. Oh yes. Speaking of the Disney race, in second place, incredible effort. Umaro, where can people find you in the things that you do?
Umaro3_ on Twitch. And I'll be streaming the next season of the Wheel of Struggle.
Fantastic. We look forward to that when it arrives. Olive, tremendous. Where can people find you in the things that you do?
You can't find me. No, I'm on Twitch at Olive Games, YouTube at MBZ, and you'll see me racing tomorrow morning. I'm wonderful Team Balatro, Yoshi. And,
let's go NBs.
Heck yeah, NBs. And then, yeah, part of Lady Arcaders. Really cool community for women and femme gamers, and you should check it out if you are interested.
Fantastic. My commentary team have been an absolute delight today. We've had so many in-depth conversations about cheese, rats, furry drawn porn that probably we should not discuss. I'll start with Randomized TV. Thank you for being here. It's been a joy. Where can people find you and the things that you do?
I don't know why you had to remind everyone about that conversation. You can find me at Randomized TV, all the Randomized TV places. It's Randomized TV with an S, not a Z, because I'm British, not American. I mostly do speedruns and or races from time to time. So yeah, if you enjoy that stuff, then check my stuff out.
I will also hasten to add, commentating a lot of races whenever ASC do online events. So it's always a pleasure to hear you commentate those as well.
I enjoy just like talking whilst watching cool stuff. It's fun.
It really is. And it's a joy. Hobby Tan, thank you as always for your indispensable rat and Picross facts. Where can people find you in the things that you do?
You can find me at twitch.tv/hobbytan and on most socials as hobbytan as well. Just look for the raccoon with the paintbrush and you have found me. Most of this month, I'm more likely to be seen over on the Wheel of Struggle because I am commentating even more races. More hobbytan time. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you can find me and I don't mind being found. But more importantly, Garlips, where can people find you and the things that you do?
Twitch.tv/Garlips. I'm not there much at the moment because of all the StruggleR stuff happening, but I will be there soon, shortly. And yeah, like I said yesterday, I'm going to be doing Majora's Mask casual replay through in September so that I can then pick up the randomizer. And also, I'm going to be picking up Simpsons Hit and Run soon, which apparently Matt Groening is saying that maybe there's a remaster coming, so maybe I should just wait a second before I do that. But no, probably September for both of those, so look forward to that. All right, let's move over to the calendar and remind you of all the races we still have yet to come in the end of StruggleR Season 4. We're about halfway through. So we've got Balatro Bingo tomorrow, as previously mentioned. It's Team Scotland versus Team NBs. And Quantum Player 1 is going to be joining me on the comms for that, so look forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic time. On Wednesday, the 19th, we have the Launcher Lockout Bingo, which is going to be Amaro versus Kramit. And they are going to be launching all manner of different video games, trying to fulfill objectives on a bingo board. It's going to be absolutely manic and impossible to judge. So I look forward to doing that with who's joining me on that? Is that you randomized, or is that no? It's Olive, right?
It's me.
Ah, so yes. Thank goodness I will have you there to make sense of what's happening. Following day, we have Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, the latest in the Crash racing saga between Adrian's Revenge and Decky F, and that's going to be very exciting. Next Saturday, the 22nd of August, we have the NES Mystery Game Shuffler. That is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be randomly switching every 30 to 60 seconds between 4 NES games, and our racers may have played them before, they may have not, but they won't know which ones they're facing. And yeah, that's going to be absolutely fantastic, so look forward to that. On Tuesday the 25th, we've got the Bring the Gnome Home, or Bring Him Gnome, I guess, as Kramit coined earlier. That's Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Wugger versus Hextree. They're going to be carrying the gnome from the very start of the episode all the way to the end. On Thursday the 27th, we have a 4-game, 5-racer mystery race. That's going to be... Well, yeah, I'm so glad I'm not behind the wheel for that one, because it sounds like everyone's computer is going to melt, but hopefully we'll have no technical issue. We'll have no technical issues, and everything will be absolutely fine. I believe in my fantastic team of Love and Fleefen and Olive, who've been putting that together. The day after, we have our rescheduled Sonic the Hedgehog 8-bit ring shuffler. We are going to be shuffling a bunch of Game Gear and Master System Sonic games, and none of us are practicing for that, so it's going to be a joy to discover that in real time and have people watch and make note and joke. Yes. Following that, on the Sunday, the 30th of August, we've got the Disney Relay Race. That is between Team Bone Club of DMAC and Amaro versus Team Olive Green of Olive and, of course, Nick RP Green from the ASC. Amongst other things he does. That's going to be absolutely fantastic, because we'll be spinning a wheel to discover what games will be played, so it could be any of a big pool. Following August, we go into September. We have our final races. On Tuesday the 1st, we have a Subnautica bingo race between Tater84 and Hextree. Following that, on the Thursday the 3rd of September, we've got the Trials Fusion race. Last season's Trials race was a photo finish, and I'm expecting the same thing here again. Wugger, Olive, and Mr. Matt Internet are going to be competing in that. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the duel in the StruggleR Crown Season 4, the Ascension Grudge match at the end of the season between myself and Tater84 on Saturday the 5th. If you play games where you like going up, like Only Up, Doggy Up, and Chain Together, we're going to be racing all 3 of those back to back to back. And it's basically going to be like a wrestling pay-per-view, but for free. So expect shit talk, expect intro music, expect Love and Fleefen and Mr. Matt doing their best. Oh my god, he's got a steel chair impressions. And yeah, it's going to be manic, it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting. So look forward to that. All that remains to be said is thank you for joining us today. StruggleR is brought to you by the Wheel of Struggle. We're a gaming group that play different games every week based on a wheel spin and compete for points. If that interests you, go to wheelofstruggle.com or type !Discord in the chat. As previously mentioned by Amaro, Season 9 will be coming at some point in the future, and if you're in the Discord, you won't miss it. All that remains to be said is thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. Thank you to our racers, thank you to our commentary. Really, really just such a chill race. I can't wait for the racers to watch the VOD back. I'm just going to take a look now and see who is streaming. It's probably going to be Doodles, but we will take a good look down the list first, just in case there's someone else.
Yeah, I've just noticed the bra. That wasn't there last time.
Yeah, so unfortunately we had some complaints. People don't like the rabbit nipples. This is Nippy Bun Bun, by the way. And yeah, unfortunately, you know, some people felt like he should wear a bra, so he does now. But
I feel like if anything, that's probably more scandalous.
Well, I think it's scandalous because, you know, I think he should be free to be naked. But, yeah, unfortunately, I had to bow to public opinion in this instance.
Seems like public opinion is against that decision right now.
Really? Oh, do you just mean? Wow, yeah. Wow, everyone's changed their minds. Like I can't keep up with you guys.
We gotta like change it like every stream, every
Different
other
sample
stream.
size.
Right, you know what? Boom. There you go.
Yay!
Yay!
Alrighty.
Congratulations on your newfound freedom, Nippy.
Oh, is that technically undressing on stream? That's controversial.
It's fine, it's art.
Hang on, I'm gonna do it. Da-na, da-na, da, da-na, da, da-da-da. Anyway.
Oh, whoa.
Please do join us for the raid with Doodles, and we will catch up with you tomorrow. In less than 12 hours, we'll be here again doing the same thing. So, yeah, we'll get some sleep.
Here we go again.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.